says Bubsy, 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 Bobcat. $112 from Little Water, who said, lucky sevens, please. Now, when that donation came in, our donation total was $77,777. However, after that was a $250 donation from Floamlawler, who just simply says, Pally. And with that donation, we have now reached over $78,000 in total for this marathon so far. Excellent, excellent work with the donations during the course of that Final Fantasy VIII run. Alrighty, folks, you are watching RPG Limit Break 2018 coming to you live from Salt Lake City, Utah. I've been your host, Vonnie Vaughn. I want to thank all of you very much for letting me participate in that. That was a lot of fun, and boy, was that memorable. Up next, we've got a Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction run coming up from RyuQuezacotl. But before we do that, I'm going to toss it on over to an interview. I'm going to kick it over to Jay Hobbs. Go ahead and take it away.
Oh, there we go. Hey, everybody. I'm Jay Hobbs, and I'm joined here by puwexil and Essentia. And we're going to have a little bit of a special interview for you today. We're going to talk a little bit about how RPG Limit Break came to be and just, some questions around that. So the very first thing I want to talk to you both about is what made you want to start RPG Limit Break?
Sure. Well, kind of the start of RPG Limit Break, we can't really talk about without talking about another event called Crystals for Life.
Sure.
That started in 2013 as at first as a marathon just for the Final Fantasy series, and then kind of expanded to be all RPGs in 2014. And then after the second Crystals for Life, the organizers behind that decided not to continue that event, and then Essentia and I had both attended both Crystals for Life events, and when it was kind of clear that that event was going to end, we and some other people that had also been there, and along with some people that were involved with Games Done Quick at the time, got together and kind of decided to start our own RPG marathon, just to kind of keep the tradition going, both for having a charity event and also having just kind of a fun meetup for our community.
Yeah, because the RPG community and speedrunning can sometimes be a little overshadowed by some of the platformers and stuff, so always great to have a big event here. And I want to immediately jump into why you decided to choose NAMI, or the National Alliance on Mental Illness, as the charity that RPG Limit Break would be benefiting.
Sure. Well, just way back at the beginning when we were having our first staff meetings for our first Limit Break event, which was in May of 2015 at my friend Essentia's home. We were just kind of brainstorming for ideas for charitable causes that we think people that liked watching RPG speedruns and running them would support, and one of them was mental health. And after doing some research, just NAMI seemed like just kind of a good cause that we could all get behind. And then we didn't just decide it on our own too. We did have a community forum post where we presented that along with the other charitable causes that we brainstormed, and it was pretty decisive, as I recall, as far as the people that weighed in on that feedback thread, as far as wanting to get behind mental health as a cause. And just kind of speaking personally too, I mean, mental health has always been important to me too, just because I'm actually the son of two clinical psychologists. So just growing up, I was always just hearing stories about just people with mental health disorders and the kind of the care and attention that they needed in order to be able to kind of live good lives. And I've always been really proud of that we've been able to support that cause as part of our event.
Absolutely. Essentially, I know you wanted to touch on this specifically.
Yeah, so I have lots of family members who've been affected by mental illness, and even I myself have. I'm pretty sure I had depression and anxiety all throughout high school, but I was never diagnosed and never really thought about it. And then back in 2013, when my third child was born, I actually got postpartum depression. And for those who don't know what that is, it's basically after giving birth, just your hormones are really out of whack. And if you already have depression, it makes you more likely to get postpartum depression, which is even worse. It makes it hard for you to take care of yourself, to take care of the baby, and everything can just be overwhelming. And so that was when I felt like I really needed to get some help. And so I started seeing a therapist. I got on some medication to help me with that, and it's helped me a lot, really. And so I encourage anyone who thinks that they may be having some of these issues to do something about it. It really does change your life.
Thank you so much for sharing. Can we get a quick round of applause, because I'm very glad that you're going to be sharing that with us. Remember, if you do need help, please, you can reach out to NAMI on Twitter at NAMI Communicate, or through their website, or all the other various means that they have. But let's shift gears a little bit now. We'll talk a little bit more about the event as a whole again. I want to double check my notes for just a moment. But what kind of challenges did you run into starting such a charity event that first began in your basement, Essentia, but has now grown into what it is? What kind of challenges have you run into along the way?
I'd say the main challenge is just the sheer volume of stuff that has to be done to put on an event like this, as far as just like making arrangements with a hotel, getting all the equipment that we need, both to play the games and then to live stream and capture them, and it's I mean, it would be way too overwhelming for me or just any individual, I would say, to try to do all of that themselves. So something I'm just very proud of is that we've just got a really good team of people on staff for this event that I feel proud to be able to just delegate delegate work to, and know that it'll get done.
Not have to take all the logistics on yourself or anything.
Mm-hmm, yeah, because I mean, I work full time and kind of want to do other stuff too. Besides,
maybe practice Chrono Trigger here and there.
Yeah,
coming up later in the run, folks, or later in the week, rather.
Yeah. So like.
Well, I guess the next thing to go into then is what do you. One thing that is unique to RPG Limit Break that I love that has been going on so far is that at the end of every marathon, you give every attendee the chance to sign up and just have an open forum to share their experience throughout the week, or their experience with mental health issues and stuff like that. What kind of spurred on that decision? Because it's pretty unique, I'd say, to most of the other marathons we see.
Well, I mean, when Games Done Quick, which I'm sure most people are familiar with, was in its kind of earlier stages. They did something similar to that at the end of their events, as far as attendees kind of sharing stories about what the event meant to them. But I guess for our event in particular, I feel that that's especially appropriate because of how personal the cause of mental health is too. And I mean, like my friend Essentia's story just now too. I mean, there's a lot of people with very powerful stories, and if these stories motivate other people to seek help that they may not really realize that they need, I mean, it's all worth it.
Absolutely. Now, Essentia, I wanted to ask you, with the first RPG Limit Break starting in your basement, I know there had to have been some stories. Please, if you have anything to share about that.
Well, it wasn't in the basement because the basement was full of
that's
TVs.
Right. It was full of TVs. That's right. I'm sorry. I did not attend the first one.
No.
Everyone says though.
It would have been hard for people to stand up in the basement.
Basement is more of a crawl space. It's like 6 feet tall, and so it makes getting the TVs in and out of there really interesting. All the CRTs that we have. No, but the first two summer Games Done Quick were actually hosted at my house, so we kind of had an idea of what we needed to do. we hoarded CRTs. Like I said, we also hoarded.
Yeah, thanks to her husband's coworkers for donating so many
Yes,
CRTs to our store.
So, and we went to the store and just bought all the foam pads, foam mattresses that they had, so people would have something to sleep on other than just the floor. And then Denton, my husband, took it upon himself to cook all the food for everyone.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard that I missed the most from RPG Limit Break 2015 was all the food.
My favorite nickname for that was Café Denton.
That's a good one.
No, but he loves that. He's much better at cooking than I am, honestly. So I'm glad he took care of that. But, feeding 50 people at our house every day, it was quite a challenge, and he did really great at that.
I can imagine. Well, the last question I want to ask you about, actually, first, before I get to the very last one, I want to congratulate you, Essentia, on a fantastic run last night. That was
Thank you.
fantastic. And I want to say, how are you feeling about the Chrono Trigger run?
Oh, we're still working on just some last-minute commentary prep and that sort of thing, but I'm feeling good. I mean, I was trying to do at least 2 full practice attempts a week in the month leading up to this, and so yeah, I'm feeling good about it. Looking forward to a good run.
That'll be the penultimate run, second to last run at the very end of the marathon, so please stay tuned for that. And the last thing I want to ask each of you is how long you think RPG Limit Break can go. How far are we going with this marathon?
Hopefully we'll be back next year, but but no. I mean, as long as there's interest, both just in I guess charity fundraising through video games and in having the kind of community meetup that we want our event to be too. I mean, I want to be part of helping organize it. I mean, I don't know if my role in that is going to be what it is. Forever, basically, as the event continues to kind of grow and evolve. But yeah, I definitely want to be part of it.
Yeah, I think as long as there's interest in RPG speedruns, this event can keep going, because that's one genre of game that is kind of hard to get into the GDQs, just because they tend to be a lot longer. And so this is a great venue to kind of showcase off a lot of those speedruns.
Absolutely. Well, you heard it here, folks. Go ahead and pick up Final Fantasy Interlude and just start running it, so that way this event goes on forever. But thank you both very much for sitting down with me, and I'm going to throw it back over to Bob the Ninja Goldfish at the host station as we get ready for the next run.
Why, thank you, Jay Hobbs, and welcome back to RPG Limit Break 2018, sponsored by Twitch. My name is Bob the Ninja Goldfish, and I will be hosting this Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction run. And I do want to give you a little bit of an update. You guys heard the $2,222 donation from Ryu. Wanted to go back to Paladin. I have $2,000. From H. Henry, who says, I see you wanting Paladin. See you wanting Paladin, Ryu? I say no. And coming out of that interview, Hobbs did mention about contacting NAMI. And some of the ways that you can do that is via their state organizations. You can do it via their Facebook, where they can be found as NAMI, on Instagram and Twitter, which is at NAMI Communicate. Or you can check out their Tumblr blog, which is notalone.nami.org. Or you can check out the hashtag on Twitter, Cure Stigma, which is happening during May, which is Mental Health Month, which is why it's fitting that we're here supporting NAMI. I have $133.70 from HC5777, who says, a co-worker of mine is a huge fan of NAMI. Upon casual mention of RPGLB's activity this week, a few more of my co-workers decided to join in for a group donation. Thank you for the wonderful cause. Please put this donation towards naming the Diablo 2 character Scary Terry. It's a Rick and Morty fan in the house. Help if I unmuted myself so you could actually hear me, I guess. It's been one of those days. All right, so let's do a bit of a update here. So we have met the Free the Barbarians update donation incentive. The Save Deckard Cain from Tristram donation is currently sitting at $72.66 out of $500. We have met the donation incentive to Oh, Slay the Cow King. Sorry. I just had to translate there for a moment. So if you want to see Deckard Cain get rescued, we should get in on getting your donations in for that. Now would be a great time to do that. All right, while we're continuing our tech setup, I've got $25 from Volrat, who says, "Awesome shirt, Big G. Good luck during the run, Ruru." There is a stat that Nami sent us that I would like to highlight while we're waiting, and it's the fact that the average delay from first symptoms of psychosis to treatment back home for me in the UK is 7 weeks. Here in the United States of America, it's 74 weeks. This is one of the problems that Nami aims to solve. So if you are suffering, please don't hesitate to reach out. There's no shame needing help. It is, in fact, one of the biggest steps you can take to getting better and making yourself feel strong. You take control of the situation. And I'm speaking from experience there. And while you're waiting for us to sub, you can always head over in another tab, of course, to theyeti.com/RPGLB. That's spelled YETEE.com/RPGLB. And they are making some fantastic t-shirts this year. And from every t-shirt that you guys purchase, $4 of that will be donated to Nami. And I can't think of a better way to get t-shirts and support a charity, basically. So go ahead and expand your wardrobe. Okay, I have $25 from Barbaroos, who says, so many people on the stream. Magus waifu, $10. $10 on El Magus, $5 on Genja. Yeah, hello. $5 on Ryu, $5. Screw this, everything on Ryu birthday. Also, I'm going to get this out of the way now before we start the run, because otherwise she will kill me. I have a donation from Bob's wife for $40, who says, so, I hear it's someone's birthday today. No, not Ryu, but Bob. Today he turns 40. While he has always been an old curmudgeon at heart, now he's actually an old curmudgeon. And since this has been somewhat of a tradition, me donating to rat him out to the chat, I guess this donation can go to his... Well, try not to mock him too badly, everybody, and send him home intact at least. Well, as intact as he can be. Actually, this donation goes to Vooligin's choice, because why shouldn't I troll him some more? Thank you. And with that, it is time to stay a while and listen to the story of the Herodric Cube. Deckard, where did you come from? I came out of a portal. Ryu, it's over to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. My name is RyuQuezacotl. Be playing Diablo 2 Necromancer today.
And how do you feel about this?
I feel great. I'm super energetic for. I love Necromancer. It's. I can't stop looking at the camera either. It's so big. Like just, man. Okay, I just gotta not look at the camera. Okay. All right. So I believe we were doing Ryu's birthday, or was it Happy Birthday, Ryu? For the name.
I am giving one last refresh right now, and I will let you know.
Okay.
The internet is chugging a little. So we have Ryu's birthday that wins with $245. Scary Terry in second with $133.70. And Bubsy in third place with $75. Thank you, everybody that donated to choose both the character name and, of course, the best class Necromancer. Take it away, man.
All right, thank you. I am good to go. So, timer in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you. All right, I'm not getting any music. That's strange.
I think it's just a bit low in this case.
While we're fixing that, I'm going to make a quick announcement. We did just meet the donation to save Deckard Cain. That's why I'm here, you imbecile.
Welcome.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to get to level 2, and we're going to try to find the Den of Evil. The main idea here is to acquire a little bit of money, just that way we can have some mana potions for the Den of Evil. Gold you don't really want to pick up, it's not worth the time. A skill shrine or an experience shrine would be ideal. But I'm just going to follow the map here. While I'm doing this, maybe now's a good time to introduce the couch. Maybe starting on my left here, we can go from left to right.
Yeah, greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jagamoth. I've run this game last year, and, well, I hope you enjoy the show.
I am Malamik. Hello.
I'm Jin. I tried to run the game, but it didn't work out so well.
It's not an easy game. So for anyone who does not know Diablo 2, this is a more or less procedurally generated action RPG from around 1995 or something like that. It is pretty interesting in how it works, where you can choose between a few classes. And just to introduce you to the basic interface. At the bottom left, green health orb, the red health orb at the bottom left is your health. On the bottom right, you have your mana, your magical ability. At the bottom middle, the yellow bar is your stamina, how long you can run. Ryu is purchasing white bottles, basically milk, and you can run quite a long time with that milk. Then the small white bar at the bottom is your experience that goes slowly up towards level 2. You do start with a weapon that allows you to resurrect one skeleton just at the very beginning of the game, which is kind of convenient because otherwise the Necromancer would just kind of be stuck hitting enemies very slowly. Also, Ryu, why did you unequip your shield?
The reason why we unequip the shield is because if you block, you go into a block animation which stuns you. So sometimes it's much better to just take the hit. And if you do not take over a certain threshold of damage, you will not get stunned. So we just take off the shield. So we're going to go with teeth for a little bit. I'm still getting used to my mouse here in a different environment. So I tend to miss where I want to click. I'm just going to take a little bit to get used to that. So we just started the Den of Evil. The reason why we're down here is because once we clear the entire den, there's a bunch of monsters in here. Once we kill them all, Akara, the lady in town, will give us a skill point, and we will use that to make our teeth and our skills and our DPS a little stronger.
Indeed, so this is basically an optional quest that you don't technically have to do, but it overall makes the run faster just because of how much stronger it gets. Plus, leveling in Diablo 2 is kind of important anyways. You want to reach certain level thresholds at certain points just because of how experience scaling works. If you are way too far below an enemy level, you will get basically no experience anymore. So you kind of need to keep up with the level and try to get that as well. So essentially, the Den of Evil here is not an entire waste of time in terms of just you don't go forward, but you do also still get experience, which will be incredibly helpful later on, especially because early on you are really, really squishy. You have your little skeletons sometimes tanking for you, but very often you will just kind of rely on teeth, since that's more direct and more reliable damage.
I really like the teeth spell. It reminds me a lot of like Magic Missile from Dungeons & Dragons lore. Yeah, the more points you put into it, it's going to slowly start expanding, getting wider, and adding more teeth to its attack.
I'm pretty sure my headphones are reversed. It's a little weird hearing the teeth on the left side. I'm shooting towards the right, but that's fine. Okay, so this is like the boss of the Den of Evil, this blue zombie over here, Corpsefire. There's nothing too special about him. We can just use teeth to get rid of him. We can level up our teeth again, get a little more energy for more mana. There we go.
Now we have 3 teeth flying. Unfortunately,
3 projectiles.
Yeah, it's unfortunately not a shotgun effect. An enemy can only get hit once by a wave of projectiles.
Correct, only one hit per cast. So now we just gotta find the rest of the monsters here. Unfortunately, we didn't get very lucky with items. Traversing the Bloodmoor to get to the Den of Evil. Didn't get very many items, so we're kind of short on mana potions and stamina. So we're a little behind. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so we can reload the game, get back to town. We just completed the quest. We got to talk to Akara, get our skill points. Let's see here. I can sell this, grab this, identify, sell, sell this. Okay, this, it's health. Actually, we don't have money. Okay, well in that case, I will do this. I'll probably actually end up selling this because I do need stamina. We're not getting lucky with money.
Yeah, so far that has not been particularly fortunate.
But it's all right. It's this game is a lot of just adapting on the fly. This is really good. It's just a lot of adapting on the fly. You take what you get, try to make the best of it, make decisions on the fly.
Indeed. So you can see those gargantuan beasts there are a fair bit faster than the regular ones that he has encountered so far. It's basically a champion pack with minions, and they give a fair bit more experience than the regular enemies. In fact, most of the time it's not really worth fighting regular enemies unless it's a really large pack that you can take out really quickly.
That is correct.
And they will just give you a tremendous amount of experience. Also, the champion himself always drops 4 potions, either mana or healing potions, sometimes rejuvenation potion, which heal both mana and health at the same time instantly. So normally if you use a potion, it just kind of slowly starts regenerating. The stronger the potion, the faster it regenerates. You also just get a belt, which expands your belt at the bottom, which is kind of nice, so you can hold more potions on your quick button.
And what makes a champion unique over the other enemies, Jaga?
A champion or the champion enemy always comes with a few minions. It's like in the range of 3 to, I don't know, 7, 8. It depends on the type of enemy. And they have specific modifiers. They are set champions that have always the same modifiers, like in the upcoming Stone Field Stones, I'm not sure what they're called. There's the Rakanishu, one of those little blue guys, and he will always be lightning enchanted. Lightning enchanted guys, whenever you hit them, they explode into a volley of, well, lightning bolts. Lightning in this game is the most, well, volatile type of damage. It has an incredible range of how much damage it can deal. Sometimes you get hit by 20 lightning bolts, you take like 20 damage. Sometimes you get hit by 2 lightning bolts and you take like 40 damage. It is pretty variable, and you always need to be a bit careful about lightning.
All right, so we're approaching the stony fields here. Basically what I was doing was I was reading the map and just trying to find, well, this right here. Basically the exit towards the stony field is going to be in the middle of the map. This is exiting towards a corner, which tells me it's going to be Bloodraven. Now we're just going to weave back and forth on this road to find Rakanishu. I'll point out the modifier. If I just mouse over him, you'll see Rakanishu, and then you can also see these carvers here. There's minion just under their name. That identifies that they are a boss pack, and they're going to be worth 5 times more experience.
Indeed, it's a tremendous amount. And in fact, later on, he will be just kind of grinding quite a few of those champions, just hoping to get more experience, but also getting items along the way. Some of the most important items would be rings. They, if not useful, at least sell for about 1,000 gold each.
What do we got here? 3 to teeth, wow.
Holy
Plus
smokes.
RNG, that is
amazing.
that is something.
So this is a Necromancer offhand. It's basically a shield, and what it does, it can give you random skills. It's really, really good, actually.
Can we get a confirmation that the Cow King has been met? Slay the Cow King incentive?
Reloading it now.
So, on how do we navigate
So that's
this?
a big yes on the cow. Or should I say a big moo on the Cow King?
Alrighty. And how do we navigate this area here? Why do we know where to go?
So,
generally?
the way the navigation works in this game, all the maps have, it's sort of like a jigsaw puzzle. You have a bunch of pieces and you put them together and that's your map. Each piece is unique. You can identify it. You can just be like, okay, I know what this is. I know how it connects. I know how it can connect. And there's a certain rule set, and you can follow those rules and basically make good guesses as to where you think you need to go. For this particular map, I know I need to go towards the bottom right of the screen. Though it doesn't tell me where exactly I need to go, it gives me a really good idea when I need to make turns or, you know, completely make a 180. It just gives me a good idea. If you want, because I really don't want to talk about a lot of technical stuff while we do this run, especially the maps, because it's confusing, it's boring, unless you're really into it. So I do have tutorials for map reading, and it's actually, if you guys type !Diablo in chat, you can get a link to those tutorials, you can watch them. They're short and sweet. I go through every single map. I will point out, you know, a couple things about maps, but it's unnecessary to go over every single detail.
Yeah, I think
so we just made it to the Dark Wood, and since we have to slay the Cow King, I'm going to make a slight detour and get the scroll, so that way we can go towards Deckard Cain. And I believe we're not saving Deckard Cain. Can you confirm, Bob?
Oh, yeah, we're saving Deckard King.
We're saving Deckard Cain. Okay, all right.
That was meant during setup, which is why you probably didn't hear me announce it. So, yes, we are very much saving me from that fiery hellhole.
We got here poison damage. No. Okay, I need some stamina. We're still really short on gold.
it has been not particularly fortunate in that department. But as you can see, Ryu's menus are incredibly fast. It's actually quite awesome to just watch him. I recommend you just enjoy, even if you don't necessarily know the game.
This is honestly really slow for me, the menuing. Like, I'm slipping with almost every single cast, every single mouse movement. I just have to get used to the desk here and the environment. But it should be fine.
Somehow still wickedly impressive.
Yes,
Thank you.
indeed.
Thanks, guys. So we killed the boss pack guarding the tree. We can grab this thing. And we actually got lucky in the sense that... do I want to reload? No. we got the waypoint for the Stony Field, so doing the incentives later on will be nice. I can even do it now for experience. So since we have this now, we just want to traverse this map and make it to the next zone, which is the Black Marsh. And that is where we are going to do our very long grind, maybe for half an hour to 40 minutes of just non-stop killing monsters over and over, just to grind gear to complete the run.
Impossible.
This map here, let me turn these on actually. There we go. This map here, basically we just want to follow the outsides, hug these walls, and we should be able to find the waypoint and the tower. But yeah, now would be a good time for donations. Bob, if there are any.
No problem. I was mesmerized listening to your explanation.
If there's ever any donations, feel free to cut me off. Feel free to cut off anybody on the couch. It's fine, because like...
If you're telling me to talk, I can talk.
Yeah, please do.
All right.
I would love to hear everybody's messages.
Let's start with $50 from Vikaron, who says, Crazy Dog and Ducky equals Happy Birthday Ryu. If the audience will sing Happy Birthday to Ryu, I will double this donation. Good luck on the run.
Thank you. Thanks for carrying on.
Are we singing or are we not?
No, we're definitely singing. You want to do more donations, or should we sing now?
No, sing now. That gives him time to send it in and I can read it out.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ryu. Happy birthday, Roo. Happy birthday, Ryu.
And
you smell like one. Oh, sorry.
Feels birthday.
Many more, like every day, kind of many more.
Let's see if we get any Phil's birthday man in the chat. All right, we have $50 from Eswoogie, who says Barbarian run next year.
Spooky.
Maybe.
Great event, great cause, amazing support, phenomenal couch, and
That's the ultimate move.
Happy birthday, Ryu.
Thank you. Wow,
Good luck, dude.
Wow,
Legend.
oh my gosh.
That's nice.
We just got a 10 FCR amulet, which basically increases our DPS significantly. There's only 25 frames per second, so saving 1 frame per cast is very significant. But yeah, we're just looking for the tower. Bob, if you want to, if there's more.
I had $10 from Zemox6, who says, Necromancer, if you want to, we can bring your friends to life. But if your friends aren't dead, and if they aren't dead, well, there ain't no friends of mine. What? That was brilliant.
Right? That's pretty good.
$15 from Ed or Steed, who says, donating to a good cause and all that, but I really want to know who the current commentator is. I recognize you from GDQ, especially the interview with a Banjo-Kazooie dev. It's nice to have a blast of an English accent from time to time. Speaking of, bring on Bowie's Run. Donation to Announcer's Choice. Kind regards, David. Well, my name is Bob the Ninja Goldfish, and you'll be glad to know that I will actually be hosting part of Bowie's Run later in the week, so you'll get a double dose. We have $50 from Dr. Possum, who says, I am staying a while and listening. I'm going to get so many of those donations. What's the over-under on... Come on, what do you think the over-under is on stay a while and listen donations right now? We got, what, 2.5 hours?
Actually, I might go over on this run. Necromancer is very long, very RNG dependent. I might go over by 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes.
So not as bad as Bowie last year is what you're saying?
How? Wait, what happened? What's the story behind that?
He just kept talking over the credits of his game. So.
Well, I'm glad you're here, Bob, to do the Kane impression, because it's spot on.
Thank you. Aru with $123 saying, stay a while and listen. I'm going to get so tired of that.
No, you won't. No, you won't. I have faith.
And happy birthday, Ryu.
Thank you. But it's not my birthday.
No, it's mine.
Part the birthday
It's Bob's, actually.
Happy birthday, Bob.
Happy birthday, Bob.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Okay, so real quick, the big goal for the tower is to find these nice people right here, more elite packs to kill. They're going to give us lots of experience, and we just want to make our way down to the Countess. She is the elite pack or the boss of this dungeon, and she drops runes, which is it's sort of like something you can use to augment your gear. Some of the gear has sockets in them, and you can make what's called a rune word. Basically, it just makes a very powerful item, depending on what runes you use and how you combine the two, your armor and oh my god, this is the paladin run. This is the paladin run.
Oh my
Wow,
goodness.
I can't. What's going on with my mouse? Hello, hello, hello.
It's moving a bit weird.
Yeah,
Doesn't
I'm not even. It's like delayed. What is going? Am I being trolled right now?
It's taking control.
The mouse is.
Can you unplug and plug it in again?
Okay. All right. Sure.
That's a bit unfortunate to say the least.
This is one interesting run.
Boom. Better now?
$3 from Bonsai saying, "Bless you, Yaga. Frogs are food."
No.
Okay. So short sword. I can actually. No. You know what? We can use that for Bill. I will take that for Bill. So this right here has Crushing Blow, which is just, it's OP. It deals a ton of damage, but
Right.
we'll probably not be able to use it. Anyways,
Are you going for Barbarian?
I might use Barbarian during Bale. Maybe. I don't know, he'll probably die right away, so I'll probably just end up selling it. But yeah, if there's more donations, feel free.
Vicaron making good on their promise, saying, "Happy birthday, Ryu. In honor of Ryu's birthday, he gets to choose where this money goes. Also, thank you for supporting this fantastic charity." Where are you putting your runner's choice out of interest?
My choice?
Yeah.
I actually gave it to Elmagus.
Oh, cool.
I just said I don't feel like thinking right now. Just give it to Elmagus. I was in the middle of a bid war. You know, with the Necromancer and Paladin. It's pacing back and forth, and then I am not sure who it was. I was just so busy on my phone, just trying to figure out what I wanted to do, that I was just like, just give it to Elmagus. So yeah, if Elmagus is here, feel free to shout out and tell us what your choice is.
You're going for Paper Mario Glitchless.
Paper Mario.
Glitch Exhibition. Okay. So I've got $10 from Green Shadow 622, who says, "Stay a while and happy birthday, Ryu."
It's not my birthday. But thank you. Okay. Yeah, just not my birthday.
$50 from Darkest Phoenix. Feels birthday man donation to Ryu's choice, which is Elmagus' choice, which is Paper Mario Glitch Exhibition.
Excellent. So just one thing to note, there are shrines next to these waypoints, and I do want to check them out because they could be an experience shrine, which will cut down the amount of time we will need to grind Countess runs. But I really don't want to hold back from any donation messages. I would love to hear them all. So it's just going to be the same thing over and over. So if there are any questions from the couch or anything, feel free to pipe up.
How much is the experience shrine for?
It gives you 1.5 times the experience you would normally gain.
And the level that you're looking to get out of the tower with?
Ideally, we like to be anywhere between 12 and 14. But the most important thing is we want to build a stealth rune word, which is a Tal rune and an Eth rune, which we do not have, and that would go in a chest piece. That is the only thing required to complete the speedrun.
I got a bit of anonymous smack talk going on here. $25. Rip Runners! Ryu war cry for $20 more. Maybe?
I feel like $20 isn't enough for a
See,
war cry.
I'm thinking the same here.
Call out.
I'll do it for $21. No, I don't know. Let's say $200. I will yell at the top of my lungs, provided it is okay with the tech crew and the...
Just let us know so we can turn off every microphone in the building.
Yeah, sure. I'll do it for $200. If it's okay with the staff, I will yell at the top of my lungs. I will yell whatever you want. Sure.
Okay. Split this donation between all the Rip Runners because Rip Runners are better than Moon Bros. Much love from
Bang,
behind
bang.
the scenes. Shots have been fired. And the best part is it's an anonymous donation, so we don't know who sent it.
Impossible.
What was the message?
That Rip Runners are better than Moon Bros.
Oh, okay.
No argument?
No, yeah, I agree.
JR sends $10. Outstanding, entertaining event and a great cause. I could watch RPG speedruns all day, so I love what you guys are doing. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much.
Okay, so same thing. We're just grinding the elite monsters, getting that experience, working our way to Countess. How's everybody doing? How's chat? How's the audience? Are you guys fired up? I don't believe you guys. That did not seem.
Woo! Feel better now?
Feel better?
The chat is asking, what is a Rip Runner and what is a Moon Bro? Would you like to elaborate a bit more?
That's
Yeah,
a Rip
absolutely.
Runner. That's a Moon Bro.
Yeah, sure thing. Basically, I met somebody on Twitch, eSwoogie, and he started speedrunning Final Fantasy. Oops, I pressed R by accident. And so anyways, I got inspired to start speedrunning. I can't pick this up. Okay, I got inspired to start speedrunning and streaming because of him. And so once I started streaming Diablo 2, and I guess I grew my channel, and I got partnered. Swoog also got partnered around the same time. And he wanted to do something like, you know, just grow something, start some sort of team, something where we can just be part of something. So we created Rip Runners. It's basically a group of speedrunners. We're just bros that hang out. We want to, you know, throw events every now and then, because, like, you know, as an individual streamer, you can only do so much. You know, but with multiple people, for example, RPG Limit Break, a bunch of awesome people come together with loads of talent, and you can just do an awesome show. So that is the goal for Rip Runners. We'd love to, like, you know, one day throw events, you know, maybe not as big or as, what's the word, ambitious as, you know, something like this, but something.
Having fun.
And so the Moon Bros, I actually, so yeah, there's this dude named Mooniz, and he streams, and I forget what the story is fully, but basically all of Mooniz and his friends, they couldn't chat in a certain channel anymore, so they just made a channel in a different chatting client, and they named the channel Moon Bros. All of Mooniz's bros, and they just hung out, and then eventually they created the Moon Bros team. And I guess the story behind Rip Runners and Moon Bros is we both appreciate each other, and we also hate each other, and we also love each other. So we just like to have some fun on Twitch, you know, do some random blind races every now and then, make the loser play very painful games for the first time. But yeah, we're just a bunch of streamers that speedrun, Rip Runners and Moon Bros.
Just like real siblings.
Dare we
Love-hate
mention
relation.
Tintin?
Oh yeah, Tintin.
I like that game, actually.
Of course you do.
I'm still struggling to precisely click on items. You guys can see it here. Normally, I'm very accustomed to, like, I know where I want to click, I can just click it. But, it's fine. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, the clicking is actually very finicky, and having as precise of a clicks that you're just slightly off can really throw you off big time in this kind of game.
Yep. So one thing to note, so we are level 10, 24 minutes in. That's not bad considering the amount of extra stuff we did and the gold we lost, or didn't get, rather. Runes are looking good, 24 minutes in. So I would say maybe another 20 minutes at most before we can move on and see some more content. So if there is any other donations or anything.
No problem. Victoria sends $75 and says, in memory of my son, Will, the original The Sid, who had bipolar and loved this game. Thank you for welcoming my other son, Greg, the second The Sid, into your gaming community and raising money for helping those with mental health issues. Thank you, Victoria. And it is an honor to know your son.
Okay, Scepter.
So I have a $200 donation.
Wow.
Oh boy!
From Didem. Just says, well, let's hear it.
Uh-oh.
So we may want to turn some microphones off.
Yeah, tech crew, if you want to
Well, I'm taking it
get
all.
ready. I need something to say, of course. What do you guys want me to say?
Well, he wants the war cry.
Yeah, well, the war cry needs to be, you know, I need to say something when I war cry. It's like a word that I just yell at the top of my lungs.
I believe it was. Actually, yeah, let's make it Nami.
Nami?
Yeah.
This will be the second Nami war cry that's been done for this event. That's great. I love it. Okay, let's do it.
Give us a countdown.
I won't be able to give you a countdown.
All right, should I give you a countdown?
It'll just happen naturally. It'll just.
Okay.
It needs to.
It's got to build up.
Yeah, it takes time. It takes time. I gotta collect my thoughts here. I was planning on playing Sorceress or Paladin, and then Necromancer came out of nowhere, so I gotta think a little bit what I want to do. Wow, we just found another unique item, the exact same location. I believe these are Hotspur, yeah, high fire res. Okay, let me think. I got the skill point. What do I want to do with this? I think Corpse Explosion and then Iron Maiden. I think that's fun. Yeah, okay. All right, so Nami Warcry. I need some water.
I have $10 from Ryu's mouth. It says, "Oh, it's my fault." Squeak.
Goodness. Need mouse. Okay. Skeleton Mastery. No, that's also useless. Okay. All right. Tell you what. We will do the Warcry as I enter this town portal. I gotta buy some potions, unfortunately, before we kill Countess. Okay. So I will take this time to prep. It's hard to ask somebody to, you know.
On your right, Ryu.
Yell at the top of your lungs, you know? It's not every day. Yo, you just go up to somebody.
Ryu,
On your right, Ryu.
Look right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, I'm taking it all. Put them on. Put them on.
Chug. 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 Chug.
No way.
Okay.
Didn't even flinch.
Good. Okay, here we go. Nami!
Woo! It's beautiful.
Could you turn down Ryan my headphones a little bit? Oh.
Okay. All right. That was the thing. That happens.
So what kind of equipment do you have? It's a bit hard to tell from my position.
Hang on. Just
Okay.
a lot of water.
Take your time.
Okay, we're good. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, we just went shopping, so. Okay, reload. Throw this in here. Sorry, Yagamoth, what was the question?
What kind of equipment do you have currently? It's a bit hard to tell from here what exactly you got.
So we have a Necromancer head with +3 to teeth, and that's nothing. This skull cap is, well, we don't have that anymore. Let's see here. Darkwood. No, okay. All right. Gloves, fire res 5, that's the most important thing there. A sash, just to have the belts, the additional potions at the bottom. Hotspur, we just found +15 life, and then, you know, a ton of fire res. That's about it. And then the 10 faster cast rate amulet, just for more deeps. If this is FCR, we are having a good day. Man on kill, still not that bad. Yeah, that's it for gear. Gear really, it doesn't matter that much. Like all these things here, it's fine. Like this here, the additional damage, that's a big time saver. This here, that's a big time saver. All the other stuff, that's just, it's fluff. It's just nice.
It would be nice to have boots that increase movement speed, but
Correct.
that's kind of unlikely, especially this early on.
Correct. Any more donations?
Oh, yeah, I can go for a while.
No breaks on
yeah,
the donation
go
train.
I have $10 that says, "As someone who experiences the same birthday meme with you, I am sorry. And good luck on the run." And that's from Solomon.
Aww. Happy birthday, Solomon.
So I guess the story behind the whole birthday meme for me is I started watching Clint Stevens around the time I started streaming, and he hosted me a couple times, and then I started watching him even more, and eventually like his community started knowing who I was, and they started watching me, and they brought his birthday meme over to my channel, and I've been fighting his viewers ever since, saying it's not my birthday, and it's a constant battle.
Speaking of it not being your birthday, I have a $25 from Sour Rips 181. It says, "Stay a little while and bark the cane away." Happy birthday, Ryu. I will double this if you admit it's your birthday.
Okay, it's for a good cause. Okay, all right. Yes. Today is my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday!
It's
Nice.
May 17th. Right? Yeah, May 17th. Yeah, it's my birthday. May 17th. Thank you. Thanks for the happy birthday. Appreciate that. Double. Okay, let's see if you're lucky here.
I have $3 from Chaos Kitty. I just wanted to thank Yagamoth. He's accompanied me through my baddest depression times and helps me sleep for a lot of mornings. Thank you again. You are a legend. Thanks to all the Moon Bros and Rip Runners for a great Saturday night showdowns and GSH. Donation goes to Runner's Choice, which is Magus' choice.
Which is?
Magus' choice.
Which is Paper Mario.
Paper Mario, yeah. So let's see how we're doing on that.
Okay, yes. So the only thing that is stopping us from moving on right now is one Ethereum. So whatever count this gives that to us, we can move on.
So the Paper Mario Glitch exhibition is currently at $1,186.33.
And there it is.
Out of $1,500. So we're really close to meeting the Glitch exhibition as well. So let's get that rolling.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast.
Ladies and gentlemen, we actually just got the perfect runes for the run. Clap, please. I just always wanted to do that. I find it fascinating when events like these happen and just like, we did it, guys, and then everyone just goes nuts. You know,
Hooray.
it's just great.
Speaking of going nuts, I have a $10 donation from Teun, and I might need some audience help on this one. And it says, good luck, Ryu. Keep calm and are you? This is where you join in, audience. Are you?
Okay, hold on. It's not RU, it's actually supposed to be.
No, he's actually typed out ARE space YOU.
Are you?
All right.
Sorry, but that's literally what it says on the screen.
Okay, all right, sure.
Nice.
And then it says, oh my dog, donation to Ryu's choice. So
Magus' choice.
I would like to point out that you failed me there, audience. Thanks a lot. You left me
Sorry,
high and
Bob.
dry. But Hulk tried helping me. Andy tried helping out. Where were the rest of you? Come on. You're not in the audience, Dan.
Are you? Let's go. Are you? It's good. Not bad.
Speaking of Dan, I guess. $20 from Aaron. Dan got a thunder over on the donation station. Thank you, Dan. Who says, happy birthday to me. You. I have no idea how to phrase this. So I, Dan, wish you, Bob, a happy birthday, surrounded by your second family. Mission accomplished?
Happy birthday, Bob.
Oh, this is going to become a meme, isn't it? I can just see it in my
Just
future.
takes one time, and then it's just over and over and over.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know.
And now we actually share a birthday, apparently.
Feels good.
You did admit it on screen.
That's true.
DJ Waters sends $5 says, Ryo, I love what you do for the community. Thank you so much for keeping Diablo 2 alive. It means the world to me. Love DJ Waters 22.
Yo, cheers, Waters. Thank you.
$50 from Sarah Rips. There's the double. It says, happy birthday, Ryu. Feels
you.
birthday, man.
Appreciate that. And for another double, I will admit that it's not my birthday.
Not sure that's how it works.
You never know. You can always try. So real quick before you get back to it, Bob. So we've just been traversing a bunch of dungeons. We are looking to get to the end of the act and kill the boss. Once again, we are just following map patterns, trying to recognize certain rooms that says, hey, go this way. Like right here, I know the exit's right here because this room is just, it's unique. I recognize it. I just got to look at like a little corner. I know sort of where I am. And once again, if you want to know sort of the decision-making process I'm making on the fly right now, type !Diablo in chat, and you'll get linked to a YouTube playlist of map tutorials.
It's pretty good, to say the least. So, right, real quick thought.
What's up?
You could get a ring from Kane if you go for him.
I don't like Kane, so maybe we'll save him at the end of the run.
It's your choice.
Yeah.
You have to eventually. But
Yeah, eventually. Maybe.
fair.
Okay, fine, I gotta save Kane. We'll save Kane. I'll do all the incentives at the end of the run. It'll just be... Whoopsies.
Suddenly
It'll
more.
just flow better.
That way you can get the
The sound they make is so rewarding.
I have $5 from Stay Hydrated Bot 14 that says, that was some impressive hydration. Please teach the other runners how to do that.
Okay, so you simply just take a bottle of water and you just...
No, that sounded good. And now you have no
That's
water. It's unbelievable.
I mean, I have to sit on the couch for another, what, hour and a half at least, so...
This one? Okay.
I
Oh,
just
it's
tried that bottle of water thing, and it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I got it down, though.
Speaking
Good
of
job,
which,
Bob.
can we maybe get like another bottle in here?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Will somebody please get Mr. Quetzalcoatl some water? Thank you, K-Sure. We have $100 from Sarah Rips 161 saying, "Bark the birthday away."
It's not my birthday.
Aww,
Happy not
we're birthday bros.
Okay, fine. Well, I think I just needed to bark the birthday away, so... There we go.
Gone?
Sure. Okay, what was that? Nothing. Okay, let's go.
Fishy sends 75 and just says, "Happy birthday, Ryu."
Thank you. This is, I love the back and forth of, you know, birthdays and all this just non-stop 2 hours of, it's my birthday. It got so ridiculous in my channel that I actually made a "It's Not My Birthday" t-shirt. It's just non-stop, every single day. You know, good morning, happy birthday, Ryu. Good morning, happy, okay. Right. You guys get it, like the character is named, you know, Ryu's birthday, okay.
You really should have wore one of those today.
No, I just...
Like, you could have just pointed at the t-shirt.
I guess.
$100 from Anonymous. Woo.
Nice.
I've been working long hours to meet a work deadline, and this is the first chance I've had to tune in. Thank you all for taking the time to make a difference and support a great cause. The world really needs more of this. More charity drives and more speedrunning conventions. Best of luck to all of the runners.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
A huge thank you to everyone who's donated so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys are amazing. Quick question, Ryu. What were those black potions that you purchased there?
Black potions, these are antidote potions. They will cure being poisoned. They will also give you poison resistant, 50 poison resist for 30 seconds. Same idea with the thawing potions, the yellow ones. It does the same thing except for cold, and it'll give you cold resistance. I bought it just for Andariel, but it looks like... Oh boy, okay, alright, okay. I bought it for Andariel, but I had to use it there. Okay.
I have $20 from Exhibit A, and I feel like I should do the first bit of this as Decker Kane. So, chipped gems, runes, Mephisto, Diablo, ball runs. Diablo 2 was my life for 2 years in elementary school when I had no friends, which marked the beginning of my chronic depression. I'm so grateful to Diablo 2 Online for keeping me company during that particularly hard time. Cheers. Thank you for your donation, Exhibit. $10 from Bad Scribbler, who said, "I heard it was the runner's birthday, so I had to donate."
Not my birthday! Thank you.
$5 from Donald, who says, "Happy birthday to both Ryu and Solomon. Hope you guys are having a great day." Donation to Reader's Choice.
Thank you. Okay, it's too quiet. Somebody needs to talk.
Good
And
morning.
again, another $50 from Chrono Crash saying, "Happy birthday to Ryu and Solomon." We can't forget Solomon. Feel solo, man. Don't encourage them.
Okay, so we are just... Oh, okay, spiders. Spider! We're just looking for the waypoint in the exit. Killing monsters as we go. And Dario will be a little more exciting. The way we have to do the flanks. There's a nice little strat. Have goodies. Okay.
What level are you at now?
I am level 13.
Sounds like a good place to be.
Nice. Okay. I do need to go to town to buy stuff at some point. I don't know what I'm doing now. 10 to life. That's good. That's very good. Okay. Gotta sell some of those runes as well. I do need mana.
One Tail 123, $10 with a message. Of course, a Diablo runner would be good at very chugging from all those potions. Nice work and enjoying the run. Next time, maybe can we get a Berserker Yell of Powerball?
You want me to yell Powerball? Is that what's being...
Parable.
Apparently so.
It's from Symphonia.
Do we need another $200 for that?
I
what
want
I'm
to say,
hearing?
yeah, $200 and 1 bottle of water must be donated.
Oh god.
Okay, yeah, sure. If the, the RPG Limit Break staff is okay with it, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yep, there's already a bottle of water next to you.
Okay.
That kind of snuck up.
So it was meant that I'm clear to yell Powerball. Was that?
No, we're still waiting on the $200.
Okay, I wasn't sure what the.
If we're doing that, I don't know.
Yeah, if you guys want to make it a thing, I'm fine with that. I'm gonna skip that sword. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So $800. Yep, sure.
Oh boy.
You see what you've done, Keishura? $10 from Eros. Well then, happy birthday, Ryu. Feels birthday man. Donation to Ryu's Choice.
My choice is Magus's Choice.
Which is the glitch exhibition. Which let me look to see how that's doing right now. We are $1,251.33 out of $1,500. I would love to see that met before we hit the hour mark. We can do it, chat. Come on.
Okay, so here's gonna be the fight with Dario. Just gonna sell a bunch of stuff and buy some potions. Get rid of everything we don't need. Okay, hello, Kara. Sell. Oops. Okay, that should be good. Alright, let's go. Okay, 12 grand. That's a lot of money. Nice. Okay, Dario, here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our Clay Golem to provoke Indariel. We're going to cast Iron Maiden. And then basically every single time that Indariel hits the Clay Golem, she's going to take a ton of damage. And it will be a very clean kill. Just got to make it a little safer.
Got a $20 donation, again from Ed or Steed, who says, could you wish my friend Dave a happy birthday? He suffers from the same meme-based birthday affliction as Ryu, sometimes being forced to endure multiple birthdays in a single week. This is a serious condition, and sufferers need as much support as they can get. Saying that, happy birthday to Dave and Ryu on this joyous day of joint celebration.
Happy birthday, Dave.
Happy birthday,
Dave.
All right, well, there you go. She was actually missing the hits, which is not...
I'm not sure where this link comes in, but I've got $50 from ISG2040 that says, speaking of toilet breaks, I'm not sure where that came from. I remember Ryu's first Hell HC Barbarian one where he didn't leave his chair for 19 hours.
Oh, it's all the water I'm drinking. Toilet break, so I might have to run.
Right, yeah, okay. Crazy Dog, thank you for some great hours in your channel, Ryu. Thanks to RPGLB for a great event, less than 3.
This is ridiculous.
very much.
This, like, why? How is she missing? Okay.
She's not cooperating enough.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, for anyone who does not know, the poison that she spits unfortunately is not reflected. Also, the curse he put on her is technically reflecting physical damage, but she misses very often right now.
I've never seen anything like that. Like, it's just...
It's some form of impressive,
yeah.
Not in a good way.
Okay.
Eventually
yeah,
she... right?
Usually it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, done.
Yeah, I think your golem is way too good. Do you have plus golem? No, it's one. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's just a...
In all the wrong ways. Maybe you should get a hit instead.
I
don't recommend it.
okay, sure.
There we go, finally.
All right, Dario's down. Yay!
Woo!
First black boss down, just 4 more to go.
$50 from Anonymous Stone says, glorious Ryu, good luck on your run. Get some! But also, stay a while and listen.
Wait, who was that from?
It's an anonymous donation.
Okay, if it was Get Some, I know who it is.
Yeah.
It's the Major. What's up, dude? That's not his name, by the way. It's a nickname, so we're good. It's still anonymous. Okay. Save this.
So, we have a $200 donation from Didem who says, challenge accepted.
Oh my goodness.
And with that, we have a $80,000.
Oh, wow.
Combat. Oops. Wait, did I already hire? I
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay.
So at your next convenience, a Powerball Warcry, please.
Powerball. Okay.
Parabol.
Wait, Paraball?
Powerball.
Yeah.
P-A-R-A.
Like a ball of paralysis.
Okay, so para or para?
Para.
Paraball. Paraball.
As if paragliding or parasailing. Powerball.
Paraball. Okay.
Sarah Rips 145. $100. Happy birthday, Bob. Happy birthday, Ryu. Happy birthday, Solomon. And happy birthday, Dave. Happy birthday, everybody. It's everybody's birthday today. And I bet you thought I all forgot about it, didn't you?
Okay, here we go. Texture, you're good? Okay, all right. Okay, I'm not ready anymore. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okay. This time for sure.
I feel like you're just trolling Stinger at this point.
No, I'm, Okay, here we go.
Nice.
Feels so good in my ears.
I am so glad I had headphones on.
Yeah.
We got $20 from Babarus, who says, Moon Bros for the win. Dan's game. Rip Runners. El Magus can choose where this goes. And we're going, of course, with the... Until that's met, of course.
So with Act 2, it's the same idea. You know, you just traverse the dungeon, or traverse, I guess, the landscape. Kill monsters that are important, which is elite packs, and complete the quests in order to, advance to the boss. It's just a lot of running around, killing stuff. So I personally would love to just hang out, listen to messages, and, just chill. There really is not much to talk about. I could talk about the maps and what I'm doing right now. It's a lot to follow. So !Diablo in chat. You can watch the tutorials if you really want it.
Maybe you have something real quick?
Yeah, sure.
In case you're wondering why Ryu basically has no equipment in various slots, it's just not worth equipping most of the time, because defense doesn't really do anything for you in this game at all. So he's just hoping for something useful that has resistance.
Correct. So like this thing right here, Frost Nova, so every single time I get hit, there's a 5% chance that I will proc a Frost Nova, which will slow down all these monsters, which makes it a little safer.
Okay.
But in terms of like defense, it's useless because I'm constantly running, which means you are forfeiting all your defense. Yeah, unless it's a resistance or a life or some sort of important stat like Frost Nova, then yeah, we go naked. Alrighty. Another thing to note, I guess, real quick about the maps is the exit is always in one of the corners of the map. Any sort of important pieces like the waypoints on the map here or like the dungeons that go underground, it's always going to be close to these red markings or the walls. So I'm literally just procedurally checking the corners and the walls. And here's this one right here. It's the dungeon we need to go to at some point. Make a town portal to hopefully leapfrog. I can find a waypoint in the next zone, and then I can go through town and grab that waypoint or this town portal here, and then afterwards when we're done we can use the waypoint we found to go back to where we were.
My God. $10 from Crazy Dog that says, crazy! Box the bad RNG away!
Ruff.
I'm just trying really hard to keep the water down. It's just
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hurl or anything. It's just hiccups.
$20 from Anonymous. It says, "Hey RPG Limit Break, I'm loving the runs and all the fun everybody is having. Thank you for the work you all are doing to help out Nami. As a person who discovered he has depression, I want to thank you for the work this week. Keep it up and let's have some fun."
Hey, Luke.
Are we having fun?
Oh, yes.
I'm having a blast over
Now
here.
we can do better than that. Are we having fun? Woo! There we go.
Feels amazing, man.
$10 from Slot.
Yo,
It says, Rakanishu, and then there's a bear flipping a table.
he knows I like that. He always has like some sort of bear with some sort of emote, and it's just, I don't know, it's kind of cool. He always interacts with the bear. Bark the bear away. Okay, Mouse is freaking. Okay, what is up with this melt?
So while Ryu was fixing the mouse, we were talking about how electricity is extremely dangerous, and these beetle enemies, all of them inherently have the ability to release electricity on hit. So if you're surrounded by them and you start like hitting them multiple ones, you can die really quickly.
What do I want to do here? You know what? I'll actually make a town portal here, because we do have the waypoints in the other zones, so I'd rather do this and possibly continue making progress.
I have some good news.
Why is there? Can you guys see that? That's so weird.
We have met
That's
the
weird,
Paper Mario Glitch Exhibition.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, everybody.
Which means, Magus, it's time to come up with a new donation incentive. You may wish to visit Dan in a moment.
Okay. I could use that ruby, but no, it's not. No, okay. I'm sorry, I talk to myself a lot. Okay, here we go.
That's okay.
Helps me organize my thoughts.
I feel like you're talking to me anyway, so it's all right.
I mean, it's because the headphone. Okay.
It's like you're rating my brain.
Peter27 has donated $10 and simply says, "Amazing."
Impossible.
I think he just timed himself out.
That's amazing.
Impossible.
Oh, Dash Amazing, I see. Yeah, there's a... It's probably... I probably shouldn't share the story. Anyways, people get timed out for typing Dash Amazing in my chat just for the fun of it, I suppose.
You get timed out for fun.
Yeah, for fun.
Because reasons.
Why not?
Shadows Abyss sends $21 and says, "Right, why you got up one up us all?"
Got it, what up, Assault? Actually, is background guy in the room?
No.
Rip.
Rip. Not today.
Speaking of, love the Rip Runners, shots fired. BGG Grin, $21, you bald-headed beauty.
This place is impossible.
Bald jokes are also a meme. It's birthdays and baldness. Okay, so the Claw Viper Temple, basically we just want to go left, and I mean, we're going towards the top right of the screen, so you might be asking, why are we going left? Or why are we going towards the top right when you said left? I'm confused. It depends on the direction, like how the rooms are facing when you enter. That sort of determines like your orientation. It's based off the Necromancer's perspective. So if he enters this room, if he makes a left turn coming to that hallway on the map there, it's towards the top right. But it gets even more complicated. Like this might not even be the direction we need to travel. We might need to go somewhere else. You can check the tutorials if you really want to know.
I think a short version is essentially Ryu has an idea in which direction to travel, but it's not guaranteed to work out.
Correct. There's just a bunch of patterns that you can sort of recognize to help you make decisions.
This worked pretty well. Seven corpses. Wow.
Yep. Just let our mercenary take care of business. He unfortunately went to the other side, so... Okay, cool. Grab all this. Nice. The amulet, great.
Impossible.
That snake can be really scary with high damage output and also electricity.
I can't.
Oops. Getting a little more accustomed to the environment here. This we can actually throw on because it will enable us to use the ruby. Take this off. Okay. Okay, there we go. I will use this ruby. Here we go. Done. Okay. Next, we need the staff. There's 2 artifacts in Act 2 that we need to release. Well, I guess unlock the boss or be able to kill the boss. There's the amulet, and there's the staff shaft, I suppose. And I guess there's the cube. We need all 3, I guess, and then we can move on. So we just got the amulet. We're currently going to work towards the cube in another dungeon here. And the rule is to also go left. So in this case, we're facing towards the bottom left of the screen. Make a left turn, go this way.
Also, real quick, ruby in a helmet is just plus health, which
Oh, yes,
is really good.
correct. So every single one of these gems in the game, it has some sort of special property which enhances your gear. In the case of this here, rubies will give you life when you equip it on a chest piece or helmet. And we just got 24 life. So I guess the important part for that is, well, obviously for not dying, you have more life for tankability, but another important thing that is sort of just brushed under the carpet is it prevents the chance to get stunned. It raises the threshold. Basically, you have to take 1/12 of your total health pool in a single blow to get stunned. So if we have more life, it's less likely that we will get stunned, and we save a couple frames, which adds up over the course of an entire run.
Bless you.
Bless you.
I have a donation for $1 from Tink3, the unnecessary sequel, and I've enlisted Keishira's help for this one. And it says, there is no victory without the blessing of... All is. This dollar is. We are all. Praise it. There was no way I would be able to do that Powerball that good.
Should be it. Should be. Okay, sweet. I'm gonna skip them. We're 15. The monsters here are so low level that killing them, even though they're in elite pack, is not worth my time.
I have $25 from Deadman J.
Yo, DMJ, what's up?
Who says, hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your smile. And then it says Ryu inserts the next line here.
Hello.
You're everything I ever wanted. I love you.
What was that?
What?
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 I didn't hear you.
I didn't hear me either.
We must have turned... Can we turn his microphone up? No? Okay. Anyway, Swoog needs to hear that line more often.
Impossible.
P.S. Donation goes to Bob's Choice because it's his birthday.
I can't.
Happy birthday, Bob.
Thanks.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Bob.
Thank you for trying, Yaga.
Oh, I'll sing you the whole song if you want.
Oh, God.
Roo 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 roo.
Meow.
Yeah, man. Feels birthday, man.
Yeah, that's a clap. That's a clap.
Clap song.
Okay, I have $50 from Poidrek, who says, sorry to interrupt everyone, but I really want to put this donation to the Chicken to Blood Raven incentive. But I can't seem to find it on the list. But since this is for Nami, I can't think of any better reason to push around a chicken.
If there is time, if you guys want to work it into the schedule, we could add an incentive. I don't know if that's against your policy. Basically, I need to take a chicken from town and push it to Blood Raven. It's hilarious. It'll probably take maybe 10 minutes. So if you guys want to work that out and make it a thing.
I have a $1,000 donation.
Woo!
That's a lot.
From Krato, who
Yo,
says,
Krato, what's up?
Wow.
to the runners, staff, hosts, donators, and everybody computing their time and resources to this event and cause. Thank you all so much for your support and advocacy. The value of the difference you are helping to make cannot be overstated. Also, shout outs to all of the Rip Runners and Move Bros fam on the stream and in the chat. Legends, all of you. Money goes to Runner's Choice, which is Elmagus' choice, which I think he's still deciding on.
Thank you, Cradle. You're
And then it just says, Ryu B-Day.
Impossible.
Not my birthday! I see. My mercenary is, he's on his coffee break here. He's just going back and forth.
Yeah, it's one of the more annoying dungeons in the game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The very tight hallways make certain classes extremely difficult to get through here.
Impossible.
Usually you just want the mercenary, you know, get in there, get the job done, use corpse explosion. But he's... I don't know. I guess I'm not paying him enough. Get in there! Okay, not fine.
Mercenary cannot walk through your character model, so it's really difficult to just lure him over there. It's sometimes just impossible, really.
Oh, come on. Whatever. Okay, let's get some stuff.
Hello.
Hi. Okay.
Hello.
So that was course loading. Actually, I could have used. Oh shit. Okay. I could have used that. Oh shoot. Okay, we can sell this. Sell this. It's okay. Sell this too. All right.
I've got $25 from Donald donation. He says, hey Ryu,
Yo.
want to buy Uber Run, offering 25 SOJ. Also, thanks for playing base Necro and not Snorcerer.
Uber Run would probably take a very long time. Maybe like a week. I don't know.
Ring, 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 ring.
All right, K. Shura, you win.
That's good.
You win. $15 from K. Shura that says, Powerball!
Good job, Bob.
Very good. Oh, you loved it.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, all right, I loved it.
So just real quick, just looking at the map here, seeing this little, seeing this little indication here, that's a huge like tip-off telling me like the exit is very likely to be right there. So I'm constantly looking for little clues like that to just help me decide where I want to go. It might not be the exit, but it is most likely the exit. There it is. Okay. It's too quiet.
All right. I was just waiting for a refresh. So I have Carbon Tom donating $10. This just says, Ryu, you legend.
No, you!
Impossible.
I'm not going to read the rest of it because I'm not sure if we're adding. Are we adding the donation? No? Okay.
Looks like we don't have enough time, I guess, because we are already behind on schedule.
Yeah, we will, like, this run will be very close to 2:30 as is.
Impossible.
Okay, I've got $10 from Anonymous. I've struggled with mental illness for as long as I can remember. Hereditary anxiety made me antisocial from a young age. Major depression put me into psychiatric wards multiple times, and the drugs used to deal with it has made me forget who I even was a lot of the time. I've watched depression and addiction take the lives of my closest friends. So here I am, looking at the last $10 in my account. These $10 could buy me any number of meaningless substances to numb the pain. But today is not a day to go high and do nothing again. Today is the day I put down the drugs and pick up the controller. Thank you, RPG Limit Break, and thank you, Nami.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good day.
Wish you all the best, dude.
Okay, sure, when I stand up from this chair, you're in trouble.
Oh, boy.
$15, and it says, Parabol! Parabol! Parabol!
Good job, Bob.
Oh my goodness.
$5 from Steel Frost the Limit Breaker 139 that says, Powerball has become K-Sure's catchphrase. Everybody, please, just give applause to the game selection committee for allowing Tales of Symphonia to be run this year. Seriously, the amount of Powerball, I can't even.
Yeah. Fantastic game.
$5 to Ryu's choice for his beastly war cries this marathon. Speaking of war cries, what else could we get him to yell? Good luck on the rest of the run, man. I'll go back to blowing up the RPG Limit Break Twitter with likes and witty comments, as I seem to not notice myself doing so until just now.
Thank you.
I can't.
Okay, so we're actually significantly underleveled. We'll find a way. We'll figure it out.
What level are you at currently?
We're currently level 15. Ideally, I'd like to be somewhere near 17 or 18. We still have some time to make it up. Typically, Act 3 is pretty good for experience, but it just means the Arcane Sanctuary is going to be a little slower than level 17.
Yeah, the Arcane Sanctuary is quite special, so
Yeah.
good luck on your choice of direction.
Level 17 is required to make that armor that we picked up those runes for, and
Correct.
what a big thing about that armor is it gives you 25% increased run walk speed, which just obviously is going to help overall.
That is correct. Real quick, oh hey, the mercenary's back. Okay, I didn't realize. So in the Arcane Sanctuary, there's 4 directions. It is completely random. I've spent hours, days, weeks, years trying to figure out a pattern. There's no pattern. There's no tell. I actually spoke to the dev of this game and I said, hey, what's the secret? I just hired a new mercenary. That's fine. Yeah, it's random. So you just pick a direction, bless RNG. The only thing you can do is each side has a different tile set, and some are faster to traverse than others. So as you saw there, I went one direction. I saw what tile set it was, and then I was like, no, that one takes a long time. So I just went a different direction. Anyways, yeah.
Well, then, good luck.
$25 from Anonymous. It says, I think this is a tier 1 spin, right?
Oh boy.
Drop all your gold.
I don't want to plug any of that stuff. I don't want to.
That's fair.
$10 from Anonymous. Hey, Ryu.
Hey.
If you're ever going to pick up that plus 32 all skill charm, today would be the day. GLHF, you legend.
Go you! You're a legend. Alright, so this is where the mercenary really is going to start paying off. The mouse is doing something. I don't know why. It's a brand new mouse. I think it's the computer. Just saying. Alright, we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Oops. Yeah, we're fine.
Okay.
Sorry, what were we talking about? What were we?
How you're going to get a one-way Arcane Sanctuary.
Sure. Oh, the mercenary. Yes, he's going to start paying off because the way we're sort of approaching this is he's going to kill one monster and we have tons in Corpse Explosion and we will just kill the rest.
Yeah, Corpse Explosion deals damage based on the enemy's HP that you've killed, and enemies have really a lot of HP, so it works really well.
I forgot to buy all potions. It's fine.
Garion donates $10. Is there a story behind your name, Ryu? I mean, dragons are awesome, and giant 40-foot birds of death are awesome too. I was just wondering, it's one of the most unique names I've seen during the event so far. Cheers. And Bob, you have to say it.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Trying to think of a way to make this interesting. Oh, Powerball. Powerball. Powerball.
It looks like we did not get the exit. I'm pretty sure I could just stop and turn around and check a different direction in the Arcane Sanctuary, but I just want to confirm. Okay, yeah, it's not here. So now we must go back to the Arcane Sanctuary and do the exact same thing with another direction.
Good luck. Yeah, the only small optimization you can do there is at the top left and top right directions. You can see the exit potentially slightly early, but that's about it.
Okay, so the story behind my name, since you asked. So my sort of internet alias has always been RyuQuezacotl. I've been a Final Fantasy fanboy since forever. Funny enough, I don't really watch speedruns. It was just, you know, as a kid, I played a lot of Final Fantasy. I wanted something unique for a name that was Final Fantasy related, and, you know, not like just a Cloud 1, 2, 3 or Sephiroth 7, 8, 9, you know, just something really unique. And I really like Final Fantasy 8, and I'm actually kind of upset that I missed that run. So RyuQuezacotl came from Final Fantasy 8, the GF, the summon. The Ryu portion, well, when I made this account on Twitch, RyuQuezacotl was already taken. So at the time I was playing Street Fighter, like I just got introduced to Street Fighter 4, and I didn't really know who I was playing, what I was doing. I was just, you know, playing Ryu. So I was like, okay, fine, RyuQuezacotl, sure, why not, let's do it. And that's my name. I don't play Ryu anymore, if anybody's curious. I used to play Cody. Anyways.
Impossible.
That's how my name came to existence.
We have donation from Azual. Azual. I apologize for butchering your name. It's $5 and it merely goes. Rakanishu!
Nice.
Can I get some order now? No? Okay.
Fun little trivia bit. My name is actually from the cover art of this game. Oh, yeah. If you look closely. I've had it since the 5th grade.
Good launch strong.
Exhibit A is back again with $5 and says, I'm donating again for a shout out to the cow level run. It's a great place to milk XP.
That was beautiful.
Good job.
Oh, we're not done.
Uh-oh.
Whirlwinding through hordes of cows to a symphony of moos was a magnificent sight to behold. Okay, I'll give you props for the first one, but I would like everybody to boo that second one, please.
Yay.
Wait, move?
4 out of 10 must do better.
I don't know if that was Moo or Boom. I'm sorry.
I have $10 from that crit luck. Hello, potion seller. I am going to battle and I want your strongest potions. My potions are too strong for you, traveler. But potion seller, I tell you I am going into battle and I want only your strongest potions. But you can't handle my potions, they're too strong for you. Potion seller, listen to me. I want only your strongest potions. My potions would kill you, traveler. You cannot handle my potions. There you go.
I'm confused.
Don't applaud that.
Profit?
I'm with you, Yaga.
I don't know. I'm not very good at
nice.
references or anything.
It was an internet meme about forever ago, I guess.
And that means don't die.
So we just managed to get second place, so Ryu got decently-ish luckily, I would say. It's not horrible, let's put it that way. He did get some nice experience along the way.
He was a
Yep, almost 17. That's kind of nice. Okay, 115 Canyon. That's not too bad. I'd say we're still on pace, possibly PB, or not PB, but go under by like 2 minutes. I don't know.
So I know you've not heard it in a while, so Dunno Random donates $20 and says, Happy birthday, Ryu.
Happy birthday!
I almost forgot it was his birthday.
Thank you for the donation.
Anonymous $5 that says, I love watching Ruru run this game, even though I should be sleeping for uni and stuff tomorrow. Also, love the birthday shirt. One of my most treasured items. Happy birthday, Ryu and Bob. To Ryu's choice, which is El Magus' choice. I've lost it at this point.
Do we know what that new choice is?
Do we know what the new choice is, El Magus?
Yo, cheers.
So
dude.
it's going towards
Thank you.
merchant lock. Okay, that's fair. Oh, cool. So all the custom robo stuff's been met, it looks like. All right. So for those of you that couldn't hear that, we have met both the bad ending of custom robo and the 1v1 mini tournament in custom robo. And I saw them practicing the shoutcasting earlier, and it was something to behold. I've never seen J Hobbs go so crazy over something. And he is a Kingdom Hearts commentator. So that's saying something.
Okay, so what I just did there is I spoke to Charcy to get a 2-socket armor.
Impossible.
And then I created the stealth rune word using the Talon and the Eth rune. You can see it's like broken or it has the red background. That's simply because we are not level 17. That's level we will hit level 17, so I just wanted to get that ready. Alright, Mercenary's dead. That is unfortunate. I don't know where he died, but I should go get him. I'd love to hit level 17. So once again, just traversing the dungeon. Okay, we'll get the mercenary. We have to make a left turn at the start of the dungeon, or like we have to go down left-sided hallways. And then we will find the boss, and we'll use the staff to unlock the boss, kill the boss. Okay.
So, Ryu, which one is your favorite act in the entire game?
Favorite act?
You can also choose Nightmare or harder difficulties.
Hell Act 4 Chaos Entry is very fun to speedrun. It's a lot of really quick thinking and like just, I don't know, you have to avoid a lot of projectiles. You have to analyze a very fast-paced situation, and I thoroughly enjoy that, especially with the Sorceress. Okay, so we just hit level 17. That is stealth. Run faster, cast faster. Feels birthday man.
Impossible.
Player 2 donates $10 and says, welcome to my hometown, Ryu. Thank you, RPGLB, #RipRunners.
Cheers, dude.
Ralphie Irons donates $10 and says, sick of Ruru.
That's good. Grab that. Let's get out here. Can I get enough? How did the mercenary die? Where did you go? Bad mercenary.
So it looks like we've got Ryu's dinner order here. $15 from Anonymous. It says, Ryu would be very pleased if anyone will bring him a pineapple pizza and glass of milk at the end of the run.
With some cereal.
1, 2, 3. Do you have strong feelings about either of those menu items?
It's just been a meme forever. I mean, I think it's like a global meme, you know, the whole argument, pineapple on pizza.
I mean, it's tasty.
No, it is not.
That's the only way I'll eat pineapple.
Okay, I refuse to participate in this conversation.
I think we can have some delivery.
Because you're going to lose.
So real quick, Duriel, same thing as in Dariel. We just, you know, Clay Golem, Iron Maiden, so rip that guy. F and shout, I guess.
It's actually quite satisfying seeing Duriel die like this because he gave me a lot of trouble when I played this back in the day. He just kills himself.
Yeah, he stays on. He's very fast. If you're not, like if you're using a melee class, he can just get you and he'll hit you with cold and freeze you and slow you down. He's just nasty.
If anybody's wondering, like, why am I not casting Teeth at the same time to like optimize damage? You're better off to just have the Clay Golem constantly respawning rather than risking Duriel stopping this sort of flow. Because if you don't have the Clay Golem out in time, he will start charging you down. And it's really not worth the couple damage that you would gain.
And he's down.
Goodbye. Act 2 complete.
Okay, so grab that window. Oh. Contacts are getting dry. Okay, so can I do this stuff? None of my Ds. Okay. This could go on the Mercenary. That's going to roll Nova or Frost Nova. One hit.
Your presence honors me.
This. What do I want to do here? We can go here and then we can go back.
$10 from Jacko Banter. Says gem activated, gem deactivated, perfect gem activated.
So if anybody is curious as to what the whole gem activated thing is, I'm sure you guys are. If you play Battle.net, there's like in the chat, there's a little gem you can click, and it just says gem activated, gem deactivated. And it's just a mystery. It doesn't do anything. And if I didn't mean to sell that. And if you ask any of the devs, their only answer will be, the gem is working as intended.
Okay.
Did I sell the Vulture? No. Okay. Okay, the Red Monster, no, it's useless. Okay. Over here, Glean. I'm just gonna get a new mercenary, get him nice and prepped.
Come back this way.
Mercenary can only be a maximum of your level -1.
Correct.
I'll put that.
So give him some nice items here.
I'll put that to good use.
Hopefully he doesn't die. What level am I? 17. Okay, this. Still one fast rock. We can use Hotspur.
Fire resistance is incredibly valuable in Act 3.
I mean, it is softcore, so if we die, it's not a big deal, but...
I guess, but still.
Yeah.
Loses time.
Yeah, if you die, you do lose time.
At least unintentionally.
Yeah, you get surrounded by those little pygmy shamans that blow the fire and they take you down pretty quick.
Yep. Okay, so for Act 3, I know a lot of people really hate Act 3. It's just like, oh my god, Act 3, why am I doing this? Go rush me, please. It's not that bad. Once you have an idea as to how the maps work, it's really not that bad. So you have the 3 outside areas, the Spider Forest, the Cross Bazaar, Great Marsh, and the Flare Jungle. Great Marsh is just, you don't want the Great Marsh. You want to get through it as fast as possible, or you just don't want to go through it at all. But anyways, so for the Spider Forest, we are looking for like sort of a branch, something that lets us deviate from the river and go into sort of like a little cove or a little hallway. And with that, we have a chance at finding one of the rooms we need to. Like, it's very similar to Act 2 in the sense that you need certain artifacts in order to progress to the boss. So this place has an artifact, the Flare Jungle has an artifact, and then somewhere else has an artifact. But yeah, you just sort of follow the river. The river is essentially a road, and you follow. Like right here, this could potentially branch off, and this could be the Flare Jungle or the Great Marsh or absolutely nothing. So it's always worth checking out, investigating, making decisions afterwards. Great Marsh. So now I know, like, I can drop a town portal here. If I need to come back here, if I happen to find a portal shrine or a waypoint, I can do that. Ideally, we can skip the Great Marsh completely, and the Flare Jungle is directly connected to the Spider Forest. Right here is one of those branches that I was talking about, that deviates from the river. So from here, we're looking to enter the Spider Cavern. Okay, this guy here, he will blue fire here, he's very scary. So I'm just gonna dip in real quick, check if there's the Spider Cavern. If there is, you get it. If not, we check the other two. And then once we do that, we just continue with the run. We go to the next zone, get the next artifact. That's pretty much it for now in terms of like technical stuff. So if there's any donations or anything.
$20 from the Dauntless team at Phoenix Lab. It says, our team is heads down, ready for a big release. But a Diablo 2 speedrun looks like we'll stay a while and listen. It's been a while since I bust that one out. $10 from Anonymous that says, Runner's Birthday Bid War. I think we're a little bit late for that, unfortunately. $50 from Anonymous that says, thanks for putting on an awesome event to support a great cause. Thank you. $50 donation. SQNZTB donates $5 and says, what is the best pizza topping and why is it pineapple? Roo, 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 dash amazing.
I refuse to. I'm not.
Stop playing those games.
Yep, I'm not doing it.
I have an anonymous dollar donation that says, it's Ryu's birthday and he'll lie if he wants to. About it being his birthday.
Yeah, it's my birthday. It's true. Happy birthday, Ryan. Thank you.
And then I have $25 from Duckman J. It says, a duck walked up to a lemonade stand and he says to the man running the stand, hey, boom, 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 I saw this bolt in half. And then he waddled away. Waddle, 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 till the very next day. Donation to Bob's Choice for his birthday. I'm not quite sure why the duck was new from New York, but sure, works for me. A question I'm seeing cropping up a lot in the chat, Rhea, if you don't mind, is why did you pick Diablo 2 as a pure speed game?
It's a bit of real talk. I don't think it's a violation or anything like that. If you guys do want me to stop talking about it, I will. Basically, I was doing the 4-job fiesta. That was like the first thing, one of the very first things that I started streaming. Like it was just my buddy and I. And we're like, hey, let's do something. Let's do the 4-job fiesta. We'll stream it, have some fun. I was like, yeah, sure. So we did that, and like, while we were doing the 4-job fiesta, I was telling him, I was like, hey, dude, do you think I'd get viewers if I play Diablo 2, like speedruns? He's like, no, are you kidding me? What? No? So I was like, yeah, okay, you're probably right. So I don't know, a couple weeks go by, and so I never ended up doing it. And then I was just like, you know what, screw it, let's give it a shot. And it took off. My stream took off. I got viewers, and people started pouring in. And it was very exciting. Like, you know, just the first day I had, I don't know, maybe 50 viewers, and then it went up to 80, and then 100, 200, you know. At some point in my streaming career, I hit like maybe 1,800 just average viewers, and it was very exciting. So, you know, as a streamer, you want to... Did I make a town portal? I did. As a streamer, you want to grow your channel, right? You want to prosper. You want to do as best you can. So Diablo 2 allowed me to do that. But one thing that's really tough is sometimes, like, you know, as a streamer, you could get into this bubble where, like, you know, playing a certain game because it grows your channel is the best option for you. It wears away at you, and, you know, maybe even if you don't want to play the game anymore, you feel like you need to because you have a community that you want to entertain, and it's really tough because you might want to do something else and you feel like you need to. But basically, yeah, I started streaming Diablo 2, started doing Diablo 2 speedruns because I thought I might get viewers, and, you know, I ended up doing that. I went to school for game development. I was going to try to make my own video games. I actually want to make something like a Diablo 2 clone. Hopefully one day make something, you know, as awesome as Diablo 2. But that's already been done. You know, Path of Exile is a great game. That was the end game. That was the goal. I started streaming, and you know, it just took off, and I was like, hey, I think I'm good. Yeah, let's stream. This feels awesome. Got partnered, and I was just like, yeah, this is it. And here we are. I'm slowing down a little bit more now because I'm starting to realize that, you know, as awesome as streaming is, you need to have a balance in life. So now I sort of just... I still play Diablo 2, but it's more like when I feel like doing it, you know? So yeah, that's the story.
Awesome. Thank you very much. $10 from Debonair440 says, happy birthday, Bob, and to the impending Mominair as well. Happy birthday to everyone. You get a birthday, and you get a birthday, and Ryu gets a birthday. Oh, in all seriousness.
I found a birthday under the couch.
Ah. Thank you to everyone for what you are doing. You are all awesome. It is our pleasure, I assure you. And for those of you that are tuning in and wondering what it is that we're doing, we are RPG Limit Break 2018, sponsored by Twitch. And we are here raising money for NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, here in May, which is Mental Health Month. And what better time to support NAMI? They would like you to know that fewer than 50% of adults living with the conditions of mental illness will receive treatment each year. Many factors of these contribute to including stigma, lack of access, and lack of knowledge and resources, all things that NAMI is committed to combating. And I hope that all the money we raise can help them along the path. So, long story short, Ryu has been yelling for a very good reason.
Once again, thank you to everybody who's donating. Big or small, every little bit helps. We really appreciate it.
And don't feel bad if you can't donate. Please feel free to talk about what's going on social media. Like, get on Twitter or on Facebook. Use the hashtag RPGLB 2018. Even if you can't donate, maybe someone will see your tweet and they'll tune in and they'll get introduced here on Ryu's birthday to what we're doing and be able to donate on his behalf to make his birthday better. I had to drop you in it, man.
Feels birthday, man.
Happy birthday, Ruru.
Thank you. It's not my birthday!
Can you just quickly explain how you're able to get so many items into your inventory so quickly when you're buying potions?
Sure. You know what? Let's do that next time I am in town.
Gotcha.
If you see me in town, just tell me because I might forget. Just yell at me.
Okay.
Quick for the chat, I keep saying Ryu and Ryu because I was told he pronounces it both ways. If I don't do it both ways, someone in the chat will want to lynch me, so I might as well do both.
Yeah, I have no preference. Some people even call me Ruru. I've had RyuQuezacotl, I've had Ryan, I've had Pleasant Ruru. Weird,
I think I'm going to start calling you RyuQuezacotl, to be honest.
Sounds tasty.
What did I just do? Okay, so level 18. We are now able to use Bone Spear, which is great. It's a little more DPS. If you see here the top right number, just flicking back and forth, Teeth and Bone Spear. So Bone Spear does a little more damage. Teeth might be good if you need to go like wide angle or something. Potions, okay, now is not a good time, but I will explain it at some point. It basically has to do with the belt and taking advantage of these rows here that I'm opening and closing. Basically, unequipping the belt will put those potions into your inventory. So you can quick buy using belt and then unequip it. I'll show you guys later.
Since we've not had a chance to mention for a while, I do want to point out what our grand prize is this year. Thanks to the person who donated it. It is a Nintendo Switch with both Disgaea 5 and Xenoblade Chronicles 2, both games that have been run here or will be run in the marathon. There is a $75 minimum bid on that, but that is $75 across the entire marathon, not all at one time, not all in one game, but across the entire marathon put together. So thank you very much if you are donating, and I hope you win.
Impossible.
Each and every one of you. I have no allegiances here. Except you. You I really like. Okay. Barbaroos, $5. I have to donate because El Magus is still on the stream.
Don't move.
Well, he's left and come back a couple of times. That means he needs to donate more. No? Okay. $5 more from Barbaroos. Says, oh, and happy birthday, Ryu.
Thank you.
This can be a rather scary dungeon. You got these guys that are blasting the fire, and these other little guys, they can come in swarms, and they'll hit you really fast, really hard, and they could potentially just stun lock you in the corner, and there's not much you can do about it.
Yeah, it's true. I'm overall pretty comfortable with a lot of the monsters. I have a good idea of what can actually kill me, and like I know how much I can push it. Obviously, I still do die every now and then when I do speed runs, but it's just conditioning like anything. You have an idea of like what you need to do or what is a threat. But yeah, this place is definitely very scary, and if you don't have fire res, it can be even more scary.
So
so this is the end of the Flare, Flare Dungeon level 3. We are greeted by this boss here, who's kind of powerful. Worth the experience in the gold drops or the money, or the whatever, the items.
I can't carry anymore.
I guess nothing really that good. Okay, so we got the next artifact. We can continue on. We can buy some stuff. I can show you guys the belt stuff. So if you pay attention, you'll see that I will buy a ton of potions. I'll drop my belt, and it's going to throw in my inventory. So here we go. So just like that. See that? And the way you do that is you hold shift and you right-click on a potion, and it will fill up your belt with all those potions. You can do that with town portals, identify scrolls. Yeah. Just nice little trick.
I have quite a long dimension here for 1 second.
Impossible.
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
Steel Frost the Limit Breaker is back from, as he said earlier, making snarky comments on our Twitter. $10, and it says, okay, I have to ask Ryan, can I please ask you to do a special heartfelt war cry of my alias? Oh, yeah, Bob, it's your birthday too? Yes, it is. $5 to yours and Ryu's choice for a donation incentive because you're both awesome.
I can't.
Since last year's marathon and due to recent events after the mental abuse I've gone through the past 5 years, being involved in this community is starting to slowly help me feel better about myself. Many years ago, I thought I would never be here today, and I've had a rather tasking battle with depression, anxiety, and self-denial. But as RyuQuezacotl stated in last year's finale, the depression may win, but it doesn't win forever. And she could not have said truer words. I don't really talk that much to people in the Discord or outside of the marathon, but I hope that going forward I continue to improve as a person, even after becoming the toxic person I once was. And hope that I can come next year and be with the awesome people that make this marathon what it is. Life is hard enough as it is, and I'm proud to be a part of this cause with you all. Let's help those struggling with mental illness to realize there is hope. I didn't think there was hope for me all those years ago, but I sure as heck do now. Thank you everyone for what you do. You should all be proud of yourselves. I just wanted to give my final shout outs to puwexil, Essentia, and Essentia, who were the starting point of me getting into this community and helping me laugh and smile through so many troublesome times. That being said, Ryu, Bob, enjoy the rest of your birthday today. And please, Ryu, if I could ask for the honor, would you please do a war cry of Steel Frost the Limit Breaker?
Could you say that one more time, please?
Steel Frost the Limit Breaker.
Steel Frost the Limit Breaker. Okay. That's going to be a little difficult because it is a very long name. I will try my very best.
And Steel Frost, personally, if you ever need to reach out, just hit me up on the Discord, man.
Yes, thank you, Steel Frost. Great words.
Okay, so just to confirm, Steel Frost, Limit Breaker. Yes?
Steel Frost, the Limit
The
Breaker.
Limit Breaker. Steel Frost, the Limit Breaker. Okay. Kappa.
1, 2, 3.
I gotta, it's like just a preparation, it's like a mental preparation.
No, it's good. That and you're trolling the guy's working sound, so it's fine. He's literally sitting here sweating. It's great.
Okay, you'll, like, if I take a deep breath, then you can... Okay, this is gonna be a tough one. Okay. All right, here we go.
Impossible.
Steel Frost, the Limit Breaker!
Oh, that worked really well.
I just want to say, you know, this is my first time coming to an event. Like, last year I saw a bunch of people on the camera, a bunch of my friends that I really want to be here and, like, see them. And I am here this time. I might actually try. Oh my gosh. It's a nice feeling. You know, seeing all your friends on Twitch.
Greetings.
This guy sells potions. But what I really want to say is, if you can't afford it to come out to Limit Break, it is worth it. The biggest reason being is a lot of us are struggling. A lot of us go through problems, and sometimes it can't be hard to interact with others, you know? And, you know, a lot of people here, they get it, because everybody has their struggles. So, you know, if that is something you do want to do, it's worth it. It is worth every penny to come here and just be with people.
Agreed.
T-Page for Funsies donates $5 says, I watched Final Fantasy VIII at work today, and now Diablo 2 Lords of Destruction. I love seeing gaming and the community helping others, especially those that may be afraid to help themselves. Keep up the good work, my dudes.
Fuse birthday man.
Got to break the tension occasionally.
Normally I have a soundboard and I use the ducky. Ducky sound. Works quite well.
Half a step away from being like, can we get a poggers in the chat? I don't know.
Okay, so I need experience. So I am doing a little bit of side questing here. Normally we don't do this. This will just give us a couple more stats. What can I do here?
Barbarossa is back.
I can't.
With another $5. Says,
Impossible.
shout out to Shadow Killer behind Almagus. I like pickles. And giving money to charity, I guess, Magus waifu. SQNZTB is back and says, oh god, here we go. Hey, Presentia,
I can't.
what do you call... I know. It's called a dramatic pause, Meta Sigma. It's so that the audience can add it in their brain. Thank you. What do you call a nationwide group devoted to shrieking parents? The National Association for Parental Shillness.
Oh my god.
Did I get the book?
Boo that person. $25 from Anonymous again that says, sorry you had to speak my screen down out loud. I didn't because it probably came through as anonymous, but thank you. I blame the Swoogie, so go for it, right?
I'm sorry, I missed that. I was focusing. Could you repeat that, please?
Just go, Ryu.
Go right. Okay.
Yeah.
Go.
They
Go
were
right,
apologizing for me having to read their screen name out loud, but both times they've come through, it's come through as anonymous. So.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Did I get the name right? Was it because I did call it? Okay, never mind.
Yes, you did.
Okay, sick.
You did.
Get some! It's Major Jiggling. It's Major Jiggling. Goodbye.
Anonymous $10 donation that says, what a legend on the stream right now. Oh, you're gonna be
Impossible.
what a legend on the stream right now. Happy birthday, you legend. Hamilton represent. Exhibit A for the third time donated said, okay, so my punk game may be weak. So I want to try and redeem myself by using Zeke G's suggestion from Twitch chat. Slaughtering clouds with a whirlwinding barbarian was quite a moving experience. Don't laugh at that, Hope. In fact, get out. No, I'm just kidding. Enjoy the rest of the run.
I can't.
Thank you, Exhibit A.
Okay, so this map is a little interesting. I don't know, some people in chat or the audience might just be noticing some of my reactions to some of the things that I've been doing here. This map, it's the same as everything else. It's a big giant jigsaw puzzle. You have a whole bunch of pieces, and you got to put it together, and that's your map. There are tells for this map, but it's also extremely random. If you were to think of like an Excel spreadsheet or like just a grid or a table, that's basically like all these squares. It's like one room, and one of these rooms has the exit, and you just sort of have to walk around. And the pain is like trying to get through these bridges on the map here. You have to go around, and anyways, it's a struggle. So if you see me like sort of just going a little crazy, it's because like right here I did it again.
Impossible.
Anyways, yeah. So if you do want to get a better idea for the maps and the decisions I am making, there's a command in chat, !Diablo. It will take you to a playlist, a YouTube playlist of all the maps and sort of the approaches you can take. But I really don't want to cut into all these amazing messages, so Bob, by all means.
I've spent the last 5 minutes trying to figure out how to pronounce this person's name, so I have $5 from Balame, who says, hi
Baliame!
Hi Ryu and Tishubu? It's like a T, an S, a C. I'm off mute and my microphone's apparently not on.
Oops.
Let's try this again now that the sound desk has turned me up. You are not too big for a beating, young man. I'm old, I can say that now. So, $5 from Balame. Hi Ryu, and how do I pronounce it? Shus? Okay, apparently it's German. To you, donation goes to Magus' Choice. What does it mean? Oh, goodbye.
What's up, Aliano? Bats are annoying. Sometimes I just leave them. Come on.
Lola is back with $25 and says, shout out to the Rip Runners community. Y'all are my family and where I love to spend my time. You've done so much for me and I love you all. A special shout out to the Ryu and the stream fam. You are all legends. Less than 3.
Less than 3. Okay, I need stamina potions. I could get the Ral helmet or the Ral. Okay, that's not a mercenary. Ral. Okay. Helmet. Yes. I need stamina as well. Okay, so we're gonna get a 2-socket or a 1-socket helmet from Charcy. There we go. We'll throw the Ral in here for 30 fire resist, and another 30 right here. Okay, mouse is doing weird. It's dropping stuff. Sorry. Sorry.
Welcome back to the Ryu Technical Support Helpline.
Yep.
How will we help you?
Okay, alright, so let me just fix
Have
this.
you tried plugging it and unplugging it?
Yup, it worked. Let's do this.
Welcome back.
I forget what we were talking about. Sorry about that.
I think you were talking about how it's your birthday.
Your helmet for arrows.
Oh, helmets, correct. So, actually, I should probably reload. Do I teleport? Okay. We'll get a waypoint first. So yeah, helmet. We just threw some route runes in here for fire resist. There we go. Now we have 90 fire resist, courtesy of Hotspur. I can actually take this off. We have so much fire res that we can go back to fast run walk. There we go. Okay. Yes. Go this way. Find the exit. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, we're good. What were we talking about? What were we doing?
Last I checked, you were playing Diablo 2.
Okay, cool. If there's any donations, go ahead.
Actually, I want to take a bit of a second away from all the donations and the camaraderie here on site to once again shout out to the Yeti because they've been helping us for a very long time now. You can go over to the yeti.com. That's YETEE.com/RPGLB.
Like that?
And get one of the many awesome designs there. And they will be donating $4 from every shirt sold to Nami, which I would like to think is a good cause. Just saying. That way you get fresh t-shirts and lots of money to charity.
Good day.
Good day.
Good day. Good morning. I'm Yagamoth. Good morning.
Hi Yaga, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you very much.
Now we need Yaga to do a Ryu impression. Look, if I had to... Look, Yaga. The amount of times I've had to say parable.
It's not my birthday!
Yes, yes. Legend.
I can't hear anymore. Now I know what it feels like. I'm so sorry for...
I'm sorry.
Okay. So we need to farm to level 19.5 to finish the run. This is probably the best place in a normal speed run to do that. We're at 115. Okay. Time-wise, we're gonna be close to 130. It'll be close. I want to say with the incentives like Cow King, Free Cane, Barbarians. Is there any other incentives that we have to do?
No, the two incentives you've got left are the Cow King level and Saving Decker King.
Okay. So Free the Barbarians has not been reached?
I'm refreshing on that right now.
I believe it was as well. I believe that was reached before Decker Kane was.
It probably was. It's just the internet's chugging a bit on this Chromebook.
Okay. Go again.
Yep, we're saving the barbarians. We're freeing the barbarians as well.
Okay. I want to say for estimate, probably 2:30, and then maybe 5 to 10 minutes for incentives. It really comes down to RNG, but just to give all you staff an idea of how we're looking for time. So this should be the last one in the Flare Jungle. Get the final amount of experience before we can move on.
So why do you need level 20?
So level 20 is required to complete a quest in Act 5. You cannot progress. I was going to say poggers. You cannot poggers to the end of the game unless you complete the test. You have to slay the 3 ancients guarding the gate into the World Stone. So basically with 19 and a half, by the time we finish Act 4, we should be level 20 and ready to go for Act 5. Okay, almost there.
Yeah, real quick as a reminder, he doesn't want to continue on because the enemies in the later section are way higher level and he would get barely any experience at all.
Yeah, so this area here is probably the best for gaining experience. It's just the most optimal and correct. What Yagmoth is saying with the other zones like Act 4 and Act 5. There's a calculation in this game based off of your level and the monster's level, and basically you just get diminishing returns. We'll just be significantly under-leveled, so we won't get proper experience in Act 4. Okay, I want to say that's good. If not, we can come back. Let's continue with the run.
I have a $5 donation from Funkmaster MP.
What's up, dude?
Who says, Ryu, you legend.
No, you.
Seeing as your Necro warm-up run's going really well, how do you see the Barbarian Hell run going after this?
Well, I mean, Barbarian's not that bad.
And what's this about a birthday? Well, happy birthday, buddy. You're
Thanks,
pretty
dude.
chill, bruh. Pretty chill. PS2, Diablo 2 is still slower even when running.
Thank you, Funk Master. What's up?
I have an anonymous $5 donation. Hey, bro, Sencha. I have nothing particular to ask you, but I wanted to thank you for being around for all these awesome marathons. For your contributions to the speedrunning community, and for your unending patience for being asked about soul-crushingly corny puns. Please use this towards runner's choice. Speaking of soul-crushingly corny puns, hey Brosentia, what do you call a group devoted to preventing lead poisoning? The National Alliance on Mental Illness. I would like to point out that the 2 people in the room that laughed were Hope and the representative of NAMI.
Only one of those will be allowed back on site.
Oh. And it's Hope. This donation goes to the announcer's choice. All right, I have a $200 donation.
Oh, baby.
There we go.
Putting us ever so close to capping 82,000, which would be pretty cool. What an amazing audience, couch and announcer, with one of my favorite runners playing on his birthday. And such an amazing cause to give for. I can't help but donate. I'd like to give a shout out to the staff as well for all the hard work they do to make events like these possible. Donation goes to Runner's Choice.
Magus' choice.
Which is Magus' choice, which is Locke. And from me as well, alongside the staff shout out, I want to give a shout out to all the volunteers who are giving their time so that we can actually run the marathon as well, because we wouldn't be able to staff everywhere.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, I can confirm that.
Yeah, not only are they here enjoying speedrunning video games, but they're here helping us raise money for an awesome cause, so the least we can do is give them a round of applause every now and again.
I can't.
Okay, $10 from Aurora Beast, who says, I have a passing familiarity with El Magus. Take my money. Please put it to the next Met incentive or Bob's Choice. Just so happens they're the same thing. So, thank you very much. Chicken Sniffer Swish, $25, and it merely says, Happy birthday, you legend.
Happy birthday.
Don't shake your head like that, Ryu. Someone's being nice and giving you a happy birthday.
Yeah, they're being nice. Yep.
Happy birthday, Ryu.
Happy birthday! I'm sorry for all the yelling, tech crew. Yep.
No take backsies.
I'm curious, like, once I'm done this run, I wonder if I'm just going to be lifted up by the arms and, like, thrown out the building. All the
Meta?
chaos.
Are you going to throw Ryu out of the building?
Let me flip a coin.
Oh, good.
Hold on.
Is it your double-headed coin?
No.
Okay.
No. Threw a call in the air. Flip head.
Tails.
These days.
Oh.
Boo. What?
And so when's the Act 3 boss?
Oh, that was the Act 3 boss. That is it. Mephisto's down.
Rip Fisto.
Yep. Found Saigons. Unfortunately, too much strength required. Some resist. No, we can sell that. This we can sell. Bird, rip the bird. Sorry, bird. The birdie.
Hi, birdie.
Soulstone, rip. Okay, chainmail. Get rid of that. Okay. Think 30, 48, 75. Do I want a pike? I probably want a pike. Okay. Oopsies, come on. Cool. Put this in. All right. I think what do I want to do here?
I have a question. Are you going to respec?
I will respec once we start Diablo. I'm just trying to think if I want to farm for a wand or not. It costs a lot of time. The best thing I could get is plus the Bone Spear or plus the Iron Maiden. I think, you know what, I will go for it. I'll spend a little bit of time looking for Bone Spear. It will make the Chaos Sanctuary worth it if we can get it in a timely fashion. I can't remember if that's the exit or not. There's basically 3 different fixed locations for the exit. This room is a giant square. 1 potential exit up here, 1 down here, and 1 over here. So let's just head over. Okay, so it's not down here, so it should be up here.
Impossible.
Necromancer says otherwise. Okay. So if we come across Iswal or Ijwal, however you want to say his name, we will just leave him. He's not worth the 2 skill points. The time invested is not worth it.
Yeah, it's a little side quest that you don't have to do, so might as well ignore it.
Yep. So, somebody on the couch, tell me a story. Say something.
Impossible.
Alrighty,
Hey,
you
well,
are
did you just ask for Yaga story time?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I wish I actually knew the lore of this game, then I would just kind of tell you about it.
Me too. I have no idea what happens in this game.
There's actually a really
So
nice
it's set on a world
summary.
called Sanctuary, right? And there are 4 primeval. I could be here all day.
Once upon a time, there was an ugly duckling. And the ugly duckling swam around alone, struggling through the enemies of the underworld. And one day, the ugly duckling met a beautiful swan. And the swan told the ugly duckling, you could become your own beautiful swan by spreading your wings as a Quetzalcoatl. And so Ryu was born. Yeah.
And today is his birthday.
Yeah. That happened.
Happy birthday.
It is not my... Okay. Thank you. Okay, so we got a nice little situation here. It's not the end of the world. We will give this guy a pike. We'll get our dude here. Go to the town portal. Should be fine. Should be fine. Here we go.
Luck.
I refuse to die. I'm not. I refuse to die.
For reference, normally Ryu runs hardcore, so he is very protective of his life, to say the least. In softcore, you don't actually lose the entire run, but you lose all the gold. You lose actually a portion of the gold, even if you go regain it. You would need to go and grab your corpse again to get the other items back. Basically, you just reset anyways.
Yep.
So might as well do it beforehand.
Impossible.
Yeah, it happens every now and then. Like, a certain group of monsters will spawn and they will buff each other with auras, or it's just the wrong monster with the wrong modifier, and you just have a bad day. Those bats, they tend to circle in on you and you can't move, and then we had the dogs as well. Those guys are a lot of damage, just a lot of lightning damage. So once I knew I couldn't move anymore, that's pretty much it. 201, okay.
Save yourself. Roo, roo, roo. Roo, roo, roo.
Impossible.
Act 4 is kind of almost like you don't really have to do any of the quests. It's very short. They don't have very many quests. You essentially can just skip everything and jump right to Diablo.
Yep, I believe it was actually a budgeting issue. They made it nice and short and sweet.
Yeah, originally Act 4 used to be the final act of the game until the expansion was released.
Okay. Oh, baby.
Uh-oh.
It's fine. Okay, so we're basically looking for a set of stairs that leads us down into the River Flame. It is located anywhere on the map. So just procedurally run around until you find it.
If you're going for record runs, it can be a bit frustrating trying to find that one spot if you just happen to barely miss it and brush by. There we go.
Okay, the next zone, it's similar in the sense that if you get the wrong monsters the wrong time, like you gotta reset. Sometimes it's short and sweet, sometimes you gotta go left and right a bunch. It's, I don't know. It's gonna be rather hellish. I'm actually gonna reset this.
Was that a pun?
It's just a good word to use, you know.
He may have thought it was a pun, but it was not a pun.
On the plus side, this waypoint is always guaranteed to be right beside these stairs. So you don't have to go like find one and the other.
Yep. So the reason why I reset there is I did not want to invest the time in killing those monsters to get past the bridge. And there we go.
Impossible.
Typically you just want to make your way towards the top right of the screen, and you should find the next waypoint. The next zone after this is where it gets really interesting, because you basically have two... Oh, shit. Oh! Okay, we're good. I refuse to die. I refuse to die! Oh my god.
Well, you didn't die.
Yeah.
Well, maybe this will help. Das Geek sends $5 and says, "Hey Ryu, nice glasses." Here's something to encourage you on your run. Banana, 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 banana. And I would like to point out that wasn't me stumbling, that's literally what's written.
Wow. You read that really well.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Sitting here practicing for like a minute.
Appreciate
That's what hosts have mute buttons for.
So it's maybe worth noting, each area usually has just kind of 3 to 4 different types of enemies that can possibly spawn. In this case, no more of those half mage, half warriors are spawning, so can be a bit trickier depending on which kinds of enemies you get in an area.
Yep.
It had to come at some point, so here we go. $5.54, I guess I should say. 54! Here's a shout out to the announcer. You deserve a ton of credit and thanks as well. Meow, meow, choco, chow.
Sure.
Donation goes to announcer's choice. I hope I got all of your memes in there.
You're doing great, Bob.
You're doing it.
As well as back with $5 and says, Ryu's and commentators' mics are really quiet. I think that's being fixed by the tech crew. Don't quote me on that because they might poke me.
I won't give you all of the Ryu and Bonnie one.
Yeah, we will. Wait, I turned into Spike Vegeta for a minute. Yeah, we will.
Per dollar.
Literally everything. There. You can now say I'm the English Spike Vegeta.
Oh.
You're all saying it anyway. Also, Bishy Bosh. There you go. The Chain Nerd donates $5. Hey, Brosentia. What do you call it when a country depends on the short-term hiring of shrieking sirens?
I don't know.
National reliance on rental shrillness. No, you even got a frown out of Michelle from Nami for that one. And she laughs at everything. She finds Dan God of Thunder funny.
Bang, bang.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Trust me. That means that there's one person in this world that finds it funny.
So,
Still love you, Dan.
Oh, Diablo 2, yeah?
I've got $10 from Infected SA. $10 says, Ja hello. To celebrate Ginger overcoming his lamp-related trauma, this donation goes... That sounds like there's a story here. This donation goes to his choice, but I already know exactly what he wants. So this will be going towards the Lufia AC race being done with Zeppi, because Goose, Ginger, and everyone else need a little bit of buttfish in their life.
Hashtag fish love. Absolutely, Zeppi is king.
Hi.
Hello. So,
Good morning.
maybe for reference, the Arcane Sanctuary is overall a pretty tough area. There's a lot of stuff lying around. Enemies just cursing you left and right and center.
Yep.
Depending on which curse you get, sometimes it's the red squiggly lines above your head. You take double damage from all physical sources, so you need to be incredibly careful here.
I mean, I'm not hitting anything with my wand, so I'm fine. The worst one would be Decrepify, the blue one, because it will slow me down. And kiting monsters and, you know, avoiding projectiles is, you know, that's the key to surviving in this game. But yeah, this is where it just comes down to, you know, RNG. To get lots of monsters flooding the hallways, the very narrow hallways to get to the end. You know, doing what we're doing here, just slowly creating a red carpet to, you know, the entrance.
The goal of the Arcane Sanctuary is to
Chaos
go into...
Chaos Sanctuary.
Right. We're slightly further ahead. There's 3 corners, and in these 3 corners there's a total of 5 seals. You need to undo all of them and defeat the mini-bosses that spawn there in order to make the boss of the area spawn.
Garbage. Nice. Correct, so I'll be going over to one of the seals right now. No real particular reason to go to this one first, I just do it, I don't know. Okay, so hopefully we can take advantage of all that corpse explosion we've been getting. This is where it really pays off. And we just need our initial kill. Here we go, here we go. Hopefully this works. Nope. Oh, baby.
It's another place where having that higher fire resistance is going to help a lot.
Yep, definitely handy.
Those big demons like to breathe fire.
I would be somewhat depressed if a large demon did not try and roast me with its breath. False advertising, almost.
Shucks, I just missed my opportunity there. Shucks.
$5 from Barbaroos, who says, well, El Magus is still there after 2 hours. We'll donate another $5 if Ginger says, yeah, hello, because I'm a filthy Moonbro supporter.
Good job.
Hey, Brosentia.
What?
What do you call a teething ring? A rational appliance for dental chillness. Michelle shaking her head. 0 out of 10, must do better.
Oh boy.
$25 from Iron Mog. Diablo 2 is one of my favorite games of all time and has helped me in more ways than one. I was always able to find my friends in Sanctuary, and they have always been there for me when I needed them. Never forget you're not alone with your struggles. There is always someone there to listen and give a hug when needed. This week has been awesome, and I can't wait to see everything else still to come. Let's end the week on a high note by suplexing the Phantom Train. And I would like to point out, that would be the second train this week we have suplexed. Though I should probably, by order of the devs, neither confirm nor deny that the boss was a train. Just
It may or may not be a slide.
It's probably the most exciting part of the Chaos tank, just a lot of kiting, a lot of micro. After this, it should be smooth sailing, but you know, it is Diablo 2.
You may have seen earlier he got hit once and half his life was gone. Actually more than half. So
He was also unfortunately a little low on money. He had to get rid of a few items to make up to get some potions for this upcoming fight.
Correct. Overall, it's really not bad. You just got to be aware that you need to continuously move. This part is a bit of a pain, though. Could even pull some more, get some more corpse explosion going.
Impossible.
a bit of a subtle thing that a lot of people don't necessarily know is that some of those mages can cast a buff on their allies that increases their regeneration by quite the amount, so monster regeneration is already a thing. So bursting them down through corpse explosion once you get the first one down is actually really efficient.
I need to sell something. We can sell Hotspur actually. Oh, we have this as well. Okay. Okay, let's do a little trick here. Hopefully get lucky. All right, ladies and gents, I am going to need some blessed RNGs in chat. And when your clap is together as well, let's get some clappers as well. Sure, why not? Okay, so this right here, magic weapon plus 3 chip gems gives you a magic weapon with a socket with item level 25, 2 to weaken. So hopefully that sells for some cash. Okay, not that much, but I mean it's enough to get our health potions.
Pretty decent.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Good luck.
Okay, this is where I gotta be careful because I pulled a lot of stuff.
Impossible.
Just trying to get them out of the way for later.
Barbaroos is back. It's $5. He says, "Yeah, hello."
Yeah, hello.
$15 from Shadow's Abyss once again. I want to give a special shout out to both Ryu and Background Guy 02. You've both been my inspirations to start streaming. It helped me to get through a lot of tough times. BGG has been especially amazing. It helped me get through a really deep depression last month. Much love to you all, and I hope your runs prevail. Good luck, and donation to Yagamoth's choice.
Ooh. What you got on the table, Yaga?
What do I have on the table? That's an excellent question. I did not expect that. I'll need to check what there may be up.
Okay, if I can just secure this area, we should be fine, because this will be a lot of corpses for, well, the blue guy, the Infector Souls. Okay, alright, so.
Good.
Thank you. Let's see if we can get him. No, he's not around.
The Chain Nerd's back with $5. Says, "I accept your disdain of my pun. This goes to Michelle from Nami's Choice." And she's just sitting there going, "I don't know anything." That's why they're written down on a website.
Shucks.
Dad is sitting right over there with a computer. You are not glued to the chair.
Stan's choice then.
She cares. Here, she just gave you power.
$5 whole, buddy.
Heaven's Last gives $6.66.
I don't want to die.
Shout out to all the speedrunners, their helpers and friends at RPGLB. Without you, this marathon for mental health wouldn't be happening now. As someone that has dealt with mental issues and trauma, it is a pleasure to be able to help others that have to go with such struggles. Stay strong. You are never alone. Be barbarians.
There's a U one down there.
Okay, now I have to do a war cry. I'm going to take my headset off for this one. That way they don't have to turn me down, chat. Woo, 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 woo! Please send my $6.66 to the now unofficial chicken run. Thank you. Happy birthday, Ryu. Take us to hell.
Not my birthday. This is pretty ridiculous. There he is. Hey.
Welcome back.
Oh my gosh, what a pain. Alrighty.
Okay, I've got one donation here I want to read out. I apologize if I sort of mangle the word at the end, but I'll give it. It sounds like a quote from something, so I'm going to try and read it in that way. All words end with king make it easy to orientate. Kings are supposed to be personalities which serve as templates of goodness and value. Well, I guess if you look for mental health, you look for soulfulness, and you'll figure out the archetypes, prototypes, kings, and idols to find kindness and freedom once and for all. Therefore, hallelujah does sound noteno. Hail to the king. Don't know if that was a quote from something, but I thought I'd give it some gravitas.
I liked it.
Dark JDL. Hey, Dark JDL. $10. He says, hello, Mr. M. Steel Frost is back. And $2 it says, okay, since we're on the Hey Bro Essentia train, figure I better tell the rest of the world the same joke I DM'd him in Twitter 2 years ago. Hey Bro Essentia. What do you call a tenant who is so angry he refuses to pay rent? I know. Who's doing the Hey Bro Essentia impression? He's gonna kill you, Escron. The irrational defiance on rental billness. Okay, I would like everybody in the audience to help me out and facepalm in 3, 2, 1. Hope, get out. Can I call security to get Hope removed from the building, please? Anyway, the end of that donation is, thanks Ryu for that beastly war cry. This is probably my last donation, but I had to get that out before my money did. So.
Thank you,
My
Steeler.
pleasure, dude.
They teleported?
Should be good. I gotta put these headphones back on. Almost there. Yeah, my pleasure. Is it really this quiet without the headphones on?
Hello.
Impossible.
Maybe a little thing that we haven't really pointed out. The reason why Ryu has on his left click throw equipped, even though he does not have throwing mechanics, so he does not accidentally click on an enemy and attack them by
So
accident.
rough chaos. Just absolutely rough. Okay. Alright, if we can... Okay, alright. Should be fine. Just pull them down. So one thing with this game, with the dungeons, is like there's a number of monsters that can spawn in it, and it could be like a range, a really high number, a really low number. This Chaos Sanctuary was a very high number, and it's just, yeah, it's causing time.
Was really dense. Corpus Explosion is really great in order to take out large groups of enemies once you get a kill, and just kind of chain reaction. Especially high level Corpus Explosion just gives you a lot more range. It doesn't increase damage, but the range goes way up, and that can be really, really good.
Okay, we should be in the clear for Diablo momentarily. That Chaos Sanctuary definitely set us back some. I would like to say the estimate for this run is probably going to be maybe 235, 237. Okay, not of gold. Oh, that sucks. Okay, we can do it without him. Let's go.
You want the respec?
After this guy.
Oh, yeah. I hope he drops some money.
So once this blue guy goes down, we can start Diablo. It will trigger his spawn sequence. Oh, we're so close. Shucks.
Those Stormcasters are main because they even steal your mana while attacking on top of it. So it's not just damage.
Oh, come on. We're right there. Right there. Sweet. Okay. And now Diablo spawns. I'm going to go respec. So we're just going to go full-blown Iron Maiden from here on out because we don't really need to kill anything with Bone Spear anymore.
Oh, that's what you're up.
So let's see here. Iron Maiden.
I didn't realize that's what you're going for. That's interesting.
Summon spells. Clay Golem. Okay, that's it. We are good. Clay Golem, yes, 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 yes. Okay. Go Teeth from our Bone Spear damage. Need this. This is going to be 30. Energy should be okay. I'll do a little bit. Okay. Vitality. Alright, let's do this. Diablo time.
Good luck. Hopefully it just attacks normally.
Thank you. Shouldn't be a problem. So the reason why we got more Iron Maiden is every single level of Iron Maiden gives us 25% more damage returned. So basically what we had before was like maybe level 3 Corpse Explosion. So it was approximately, I don't know, 200, oh, okay. Approximately 200 damage return. This strat here basically doubles the damage return, so in theory cuts the boss time in half.
As long as Diablo is nice and acts physically, because only physical damage can repel.
Correct. You can get into a nice cycle where he just constantly does physical attacks. Sometimes he drops it, but if you're too slow, he'll start doing another spell. So you really would just want to get that rhythm.
It's also worth noting that your minions actually take more damage from bosses. That's kind of interesting that how it works in your favor if I'm Maiden.
I don't know if I made a town portal.
No, you did. So you could also take down Diablo with just straight up Bone Spear spam, but it is significantly slower on average, even though it would give you other options for getting through areas, but at this point you are really not interested in killing regular enemies anymore.
So it sounds like he just grunts in this one, but I guess in the original Diablo, he has like demonic chants, and if you play them backwards, it says something like, "Do your homework," or "Eat your vegetables." Interesting trivia for you.
Shucks.
I had no idea. Nice.
Okay, sure.
Nice.
Diablo likes to trap you too. Oh yeah, sure. Ryu created that town portal and instantly Diablo throws up bones around it, so you have to destroy the bones if you're trying to escape.
I have a $200 donation.
Here we go.
From Zen is Zen, who says, "Hey Brosentia, what do you call it when everybody in the country is depending on the Harlem Globetrotters getting sick? A national reliance on tall men illness." Right. This donation is going towards the Final Fantasy VI New Game Plus showcase. Thank you all for working towards this important cause.
Thank you very much for your generous donation.
And I have $10 from Only Hope Remains, who says, "Thank you for being a comforting background noise on my bad nights, Rue, and for always being so welcoming. You legend. Donation to Bob Fish's Choice. P.S. Bob, please don't throw me out."
I know you're sitting behind me, Hope, but I can't really turn around, so I'll just look at the camera. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you for the kind words.
$10 from Anonymous, who says, Am I the only one getting really bad anxiety watching this action in the Chaos Sanctuary? I used to play D2 back in the heyday and have just recently re-downloaded it. I could be doing endless Chaos and Ball runs, but it's much more fun tuning into this run. Big thanks to everybody involved in this, and shout out to anybody watching who might be experiencing depression or anxiety issues. Stay strong and keep the hope strong.
Oh boy.
I was sweating during a couple parts there in that sanctuary.
Indeed.
It's gonna sound really like I'm ringing my own bell, but I have a decent idea as to like when I really am in trouble. Even when my health goes down really low, I can already expect that kind of damage to be taken and just roll with it.
Are you going to kill the first one?
I am.
Alright. So we don't need to remind me anything. So this first quest, where you just need to kill Shenk, actually lowers the prices in the town down to normal instead of being double. And it's really easy to forget, because if you're going for a really fast run, you just try to go through and ignore that guy entirely.
Yep.
And if you are low on money and everything costs double, you just, you lose a lot of money. And you might not have enough money for potions. Maybe I should read up on the lore sometime so I could actually recite it here.
Funny you should mention that. I did get a donation that says, when is lore percent, Yaga? Anonymous, and it is for $10.
It's really difficult with Diablo 2 because there's so much more to the game than even a regular speedrun has time for. And you're actually not really walking through that lore for the most part, you're just running through the game in a sense. Either way, actually, for reference, the lore of Diablo 2, or just kind of the Diablo universe, is actually really intriguing and interesting. I can recommend you just read the summary of it. That will give you a nice overview.
I need some water. Yeah, but I'm kind of busy.
And if you are interested in the lore, I know Blizzard also put out the Book of Sanctuary as well, which details the whole history of the planet of Sanctuary, going into the Nephilim and the 3 primevals and the 4. I'm a nerd.
Primevals.
The 3 primevals, Diablo.
Help me!
Help, Boo! Let us out! Okay, so this is going to be the first incentive. These barbarians here. Just need to rescue them. So there's 3 different prisons in this area. Just need to free each of them, and that is it. Normally we free the barbarians in a hell run because the reward is runes, and you can build a Ancient's Pledge shield, which just gives you a ton of resistances, so it's good for going into Nightmare. But for normal, typically we ignore the barbarians, but today they get to be saved.
Yeah, maybe real quick, it's worth mentioning that the game is kind of built around for you to play through 3 times. Each time with increasing difficulties, you keep all your equipment, your levels, your build, etc. And the second playthrough is kind of my favorite in Nightmare because enemies are decently strong, but you also have decent equipment to combat them. And hell is just ridiculous.
I have $10 from Taeun once again. Ryu, I hope you will clip Yagamoth's "It's Not My Birthday" and use it on your soundboard.
Yeah, I'll probably do that. Yep.
Good luck, you legend.
Thanks, dude.
Donation goes to unofficial Chicken to Bloodraven incentive.
Yeah, unfortunately, with Necromancer, it does take up a lot of time. This is probably the lengthiest. Out of all the classes, this one probably takes the longest, and it's very RNG dependent. Would have been nice to get the whole Chicken of Bloodraven on the fly, but yeah, Necromancer is takes some time.
So was that all the barbarian or the?
That should be them. I need to still complete the quest to actually consider it the incentive completed. We can do that later. Next time I go to town, I can do that when I hire my mercenary. So now we just want to bolt all the way to the end of the act. We want to complete quest 5. That is the Ancients. You need level 20 for that. We have level 20. And so we just need to walk there and not die.
Indeed, this is kind of a pretty ginormous marathon all the way to the end, where hopefully you'll find some waypoint along the way for safety, although Ryu most likely doesn't need them, as in he's kind of good at the game, I would say. That's probably even an understatement.
Alright, this is the last one of these I'm going to do for this run. $5 from J. Hank Ed Lyon, who says, "Hey Brasentia, what do you call a dog that follows a bad pun?" A chi-wah wah.
Not worth it.
My Paper Luigi tattoo and I can't wait to stay up too late for 1,000-year door. Sorry, I'll read that again because I completely butchered that sentence. My Paper Luigi tattoo and I can't wait to stay up way too late for the 1,000-year door, which canonically takes place after the World Stone is destroyed. So keep it up, RyuQuezacotl.
Sorry, I'm really focused.
It's all good.
Keep the focus. Yeah, I can confirm. I tend to just kind of already be pretty terrible at reading chat because, well, I'm a really slow reader. But Diablo 2 kind of takes that to another level where you're so focused on the game because everywhere anything can just almost instantly kill you. It takes a ton of focus and also attention to not suddenly get into trapped or killed.
Yeah, there's a lot of situations there where I had to make it through a door, which I first had to destroy. And then as I'm destroying them, monsters are starting to converge towards the door, which makes it difficult to get through the door. So it comes down to very subtle movements and quick pivots to manipulate the monsters. And if you do it wrong, or like if it doesn't work out, I mean, he dies. You die.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't go for bone armor.
I don't think it's worth it.
Well, it is definitely less damage with the bone spear if you go for this. Would just be for safety, but at the same time, who needs safety when your name is Ryu?
Yaga, please.
Shiwa donates $1, speaking of Yaga, please, and says, "Ryu, you legend. It's not your birthday." Also,
I like you.
Also, hi Yaga. Diablo 2 lore percent when? That's 2 requests we've had now.
I can do a reading of the summary sometime. There's a really nice summary on the Diablo wiki, but beyond that I don't feel confident in just kind of reciting the lore, because in my lore percents I tend to just kind of paraphrase and fill in the gaps that I don't exactly remember, and I feel like Diablo 2 has a more dedicated fan base that they would just point out everything that I do wrong.
So you paraphrase and you kind of add little bits in. Did you write Kingdom Hearts?
I don't think so.
I have $20 from SKG, who says, "Ruru, hello Ryu. Good luck, have fun, and go to hell."
Thank you.
I started writing this donation when you started the run, but I got slammed with work, and now I'm donating near the end of the run. Lol.
Lol.
Incentive to runner's choice, which is Elmagus' choice. Yeah, we've been there before.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Hope you had a good day at work.
By the way, just to make it clear, the go to hell refers to the final difficulty of Diablo 2.
Yes.
Correct. So it's sort of like a thing, like, it's essentially like saying break a leg or, good luck. You say, go to hell, because that means you didn't die, and you made it to the final difficulty.
Yes.
So if you see a Diablo 2 runner and you want to wish them good luck, just tell them to go to hell.
Void sends $10 with happy birthday, Ryu, Ryu, Ruru.
Oh, my Ruru had a farm.
It really, it blows my mind how much these memes can just be drawn out. I don't know how people don't get bored of just.
There's no breaks on the meme train.
Yeah.
Have you met the internet?
No.
Tired of memes. Especially if you met Twitch chat.
Impossible.
So those Minotaur cow type thingies are actually really scary because as soon as they whack or swing at something, they actually increase their movement speed quite tremendously and also their attack speed, and they deal a lot of damage.
Lots.
You don't want to get caught by them.
Yep, you definitely don't want to see these guys. So the direction I need to travel for this one is left. It's actually towards the bottom right of the screen, but as you can see, bad things are happening. I might actually need to go backwards and then down, which is just unfortunate. How could I describe this? Some way to make it easy to understand. I don't know, it's sort of like, you ever have a bunch of like wires together, like, you know, computers or like, you know, Nintendo 64 controllers or something? It's all in a bag or it's like just in a pile, and like for some reason they just tangle themselves. Well, like these maps here, this map here, it's basically like, it's one of those wires. They're just, it's tangled. You know, it's still a wire. It still follows all the rules. It, you know, it connects. It's just really tangled. That's all I got. I'm sorry. If, okay, all right.
That was a great analogy.
I'm done.
Yeah, in a sense, the only rule that we know about is that the exit tile or the puzzle piece has to be towards the bottom right.
Yeah.
Where exactly to the bottom right, we don't know.
It's unfortunate because it was literally right there, but the chances of it actually, like the map going backwards, is not very high.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a rare instance also. Quest complete.
Okay, so that is the completion of the quest. That is correct. The Barbarian for the Barbarian quest.
One incentive down.
Okay.
Thanks everybody who donated for that.
Save the Barbarians.
Bar the Barbarians away.
Speaking of, I have a $5 donation from Colthor the Barbarian.
Yo, what's up, dude?
Hey, Colthor.
Who says, thank you for saving my people, Ryu. Good luck on the rest of the run.
How long were you waiting to say that one?
Yeah, my king.
A while.
So, real quick, here are the three ancients. This is the mini boss battle that you need to have level 24 in order to progress afterwards. There's three of those guys. One is ranged with throwing axes, the other one is a whirlwind guy with a shield. Then we have a jumpy guy who has a pole arm. They deal a lot of damage to themselves thanks to the Iron Maiden, which is pretty nice.
Such a pain if this mercenary dies.
Yes, and your mercenary really wants to survive. Ooh.
Okay,
It's
I'm thinking if I want to reset this or not. I'm not sure.
You don't. Should be fine.
I can do it. It's just going to take a while.
Yeah, probably.
That's just the name of this game. The Iron Maiden does work quite well for the other two, except for the throwing axe one.
Yeah, Iron Maiden does not reflect damage on ranged attacks.
The major issue is like just trying to stay alive while optimizing, or like trying to actually let the clay golem get some damage in.
Yeah, this boss is unique in that if you try and teleport out to go get some more healing, unlike other bosses, when you come back, these guys will be reset and you'll have to start the fight from scratch.
Indeed. So it's you need to go now type thing. So if you reset, it just kind of resets the entire fight game. On other bosses you can just go out, but not here. You need to prove yourself worthy. On the bright side, usually the axe thrower has the lowest amount of HP total, but because it doesn't reflect damage, he will probably survive quite a while. Also, worth noting that their equipment they get is randomized, so they can have really good resistances, good amount of health and whatnot, and they could just, because of random chance, take a lot longer to take them down because of it. They also could randomly deal a lot more damage than normal.
Okay, that should be one down.
Nice. Once one is down, it gets a lot more.
A lot easier.
Yeah. This is one of the scariest parts, also the higher difficulties, because of how much burst damage there can be if you are just slightly, well, getting hit by one of them.
Yeah, if you've seen Hell Runs, you know there's a lot of preparation to get ready for this fight.
Crayson sends $75 and says, Ryu, thank you for the Breath of Fire and Diablo 2 entertainment.
My pleasure. Honestly, it's an honor to be here. I've had a blast.
While I've been stuck working late most this week, Awesome to see such a great streamer doing some legendary runs for such a great cause. Hats off to all the Rip Runners and Moon Bros at RPG Limit Break this year. Donation goes to Ryu's Choice.
Which goes to?
Oh, Magus' Choice.
Which goes to?
Locke in Final Fantasy VI.
Can we elaborate on what that means? Like, to
Is that a
use
thing?
him, to name him?
It's like a permanent something. I can't remember the exact wording. Let me find it for you.
Thank you for the kind words, by the way, and it is my pleasure to be here. So thank you.
Just curious for anyone else who might want to donate towards that.
It's called the
in that
Merchant
adventure.
Lock Glitch. So when you leave South Figaro with the merchants closed to permanently glitch Locke's color palette.
Okay.
And right now we're sitting at $436.50 out of 500. So El Magus might have to come up with yet another donation incentive.
Almost there.
Almost there indeed.
Stay on target.
Help me! Help! Help me!
So for anyone, for anyone who may not know this game, this is the final area, the Worldstone Tower. So good luck on that, dying.
Impossible.
No, it's impossible.
Oh no, we should go home.
Until right about now, he's missing his soundboard.
I my voice is kind of gone from all the yelling.
I mean, we can like quack and beep and bloop if you want.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, so down this way. This map is, it's a bit of a guess. There's no real tells that say, hey, go this way. There's a couple of them, but you just really have to recognize all the different shapes of these rooms and sort of have an idea how it pieces together. Like this might open up, but I just refuse to go there right now. Ugh. Come on! This is awkward.
It's really difficult to click on the town portal even if you wanted to in this situation. Like it's
No, my
on the bright side, you would just
all right, we'll die. No, I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
drop your gold.
It's okay. We're coming back. We're coming back anyways.
Ah.
Actually, we don't have. Okay.
You don't have any gold.
Shucks.
Whoa.
Almost. At least you now have a reason to also do the death orb at the end.
Got $5 from Night Falcon 4, who says, "Hey Ryu and Yaga, Lurker here, so you probably don't recognize me, but I wanted to thank you both very much for being awesome streamers and awesome people. I have bipolar 2 disorder and have had some blinding days and some dark days, but streams like the both of yours really help me when I hunker down to ride out the storms. I hope everybody has fun, and if I stabilize, I'd love to meet you both one day at a future event. Just wanted to say thank you. Thank you so very much."
Thank you for your attendance.
It's my pleasure.
And also thank you for your generosity.
Okay, so this is one of the very few tells in this zone. If you find if you just look at the cursor here, if you look at the waypoints, this sort of red hallway, this going in this sort of direction, tells me to go towards the top left of the screen. I know it's confusing, but there it is. I need to approach towards going towards the top left.
It's probably a little bit late for this one, but DN Anime sends $5 and says, "Hey RyuQuezacotl, good luck, don't die."
Too late.
And Yaga, hi.
Hello. Good morning.
Mercenary sends $5 and just says, "Help me, help." Cool Matty sends $20 and says, "Here's 20 Stones of Jordans. When's the Pindle skin runs?"
We don't usually do Pendle skin on speedruns.
Impossible.
I've actually never done Pendle skin runs, even like playing on Battle.net.
What is a pindle skin?
It's Act 5 unique monster that spawns next to Anya once you rescue her, and you can just kill him over and over. Okay. You can farm items off of him. Okay, so that's very unlucky. You can see we just did a giant rectangle there. No real way to know that it's up here. You just gotta roll with it. Yeah, the later half of this run has been a bit unfortunate in terms of RNG. Wish we could have made it within time. It's just gotta work with what you get. That's why this game is quite fun at times, and also not so fun at times. Okay,
$5. Hey Ryu, it's your boy Craft Shot.
Yo, Craft Shot, what's up? Craft Shot, what's up?
Hope the rest of the run goes well and swell, and bark ball away. All of this money goes to Ryu's choice.
Just goes to Max's choice.
What?
Thank you.
Oh.
Okay, this is a bit.
Oh boy.
It's a bit much.
Magus, I have some bad news. It's time to pick a new incentive.
This is a bit much. I could make this. I don't know.
Which means we have met the Merchant Lock glitch for Final Fantasy VI.
Woo. Thanks to everybody who donates for that.
Oh, that's something. So I very much agree with this choice, even though it takes right now quite a while to run back. But that Worldstone final level was just really packed.
They probably would have took 10 minutes just to clear out that room.
Yeah.
So, much rather run back and hope for a different set of monsters.
The basic gist is you need to, in order to essentially trigger the final wave of monsters and the final boss fight, you need to clear out that final room. Just the last room on the last floor, but that means you also need to just kind of get rid of all those enemies over there. So if there is a lot of those cows, they are actually incredibly tanky and difficult to take out at times. The harpies are arguably the easiest one. They are kind of squishy for the most part. But you're still hoping for potentially no enemies in the room, because that's a possibility too.
Yeah, that would be nice.
How many Town Portal scrolls do you have?
1 left. Okay, so we got Dark Lords, or Death Lords. That's a bit of a pain. Actually, no, it is a pain. It's a big, giant pain. It's a huge pain! It's unfortunate. Okay, I'm gonna try to roll with it. See if we can make it work. This is very painful.
Once again, those cows speed up tremendously if you're going to get hit.
Oh, there's a lot of them. I'm just gonna go again. It's not worth
Yeah,
the time.
I do agree. That's really unfortunate.
Yep. Sorry.
Maybe put your money into the chest so you can do potential death warps.
I could. I don't think I'll need to do death warps.
That's fair.
I cannot.
Oops.
So this is kind of the
This way.
biggest drawback, I dare to say, of the Necromancer. You don't really have that many movement or options. Your straight up damage output is relatively low, especially compared to other classes. So you are very limited in how much and what you can do. Like in these cases, it's just faster to reset again in order to hopefully get through the final section quicker.
Yep. Necromancer is a very slow and difficult to run. A lot of the other classes, they have like, one spell that just destroys everything on the screen, or they can just phase tank for days. Necromancer, he's fragile. He doesn't do any damage, so it's just it takes a while. It's a nice slow walk.
Ouch.
It's fine. Yeah, I was really looking forward to Paladin, because it's the exact opposite of this run, but
Paladin is probably one, if not the most technical run, because of how the movement and the general tech goes for it.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna get the Mercenary here. See if we can make this work.
It's 2 cows.
I'm skeptical on hiring the Mercenary because I don't want him to die. But with only 2 or 3 monsters, I think we can get away with it.
Good luck.
Thank you. Really hope this works out. Got the town portals? Yep. Okay, good. Oopsies. There we go.
Right.
Good job, Mercenary. Good job, Mercenary, guys. Can we get some clappers for the Mercenary?
Brazan!
Oh.
Almost tempted. Alright, that looks reasonable.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Worth noting that Bale will always cast his slowdown spell, as in the Decrepify, on the closest character. Decrepify does not just slow you down, it also increases the physical damage you take.
Oh, he died. Rip Mercenary. Rip that guy. He was so good.
So for those who don't know, can you explain a little bit about the mechanic of this final room here? What's happening?
Yep, I can definitely do that. Not now, though. If somebody else wants to do it, by all
Yeah,
means.
Yaga.
Sure.
Can you cover that?
This final room here, you need to clear it out in order for Bale to start spawning his wave of minions. He will spawn a wave of minions corresponding to the acts. First in Act 1 with a Shaman and Fallen ones, then Act 2 with Skeletons and... I don't know what they are called. Either way, this usually, or it's always one of the elite enemies in the pack. And as soon as you can hear him laughing, that means the room is cleared out, and that's good. I assume Ryu will clear out at least the first two
First
packs.
and second, yep.
First and second, then the third one? No.
The third, fourth, and fifth I will run out of the room.
Alright, well that works out well.
Yeah, so even though you have to kill the enemies, if you just lead them out of the room and get back in here before they follow you back in here, Bale will act as if you did kill them all, and we'll just move on with his cycles.
Yeah, all Bale cares about is that nothing is in this room in order to spawn the next wave. Which, because the third, fourth and fifth waves are really getting to the ridiculousness of how slow they are to kill, it's just faster to distract them outside. On other characters you would at least kill the third, not even the fourth wave, because that is faster than dragging them outside. But the last wave you pretty much always just lead outside.
Oh, they're very nasty.
Yeah, those are not
Yeah,
perfect.
it's a pain.
Warped ones.
Alright, so this wave here is probably the worst one. It will take a little bit of time. After that, it should be okay. Hopefully. Cross fingers.
Worth noting that Bale also clears out the corpses of all the minions, so you cannot even use corpse explosion. But thankfully, at least the skeletons die reasonably quickly, and once he uses corpse explosion on them, the unravelers there can no longer revive the skeletons because their corpses are no longer there, which is nice. Also, Akmal the Cursed has a pretty wide-ranging and really intense poison aura. You cannot die through the poison itself, but you will get to low health and just one little breath of air will then subsequently kill you. So it's a good idea to have at least one, if not multiple, antidote potions, trying to take care of the guy that poisons you in that ginormous area.
Yeah, those little shadow bolts those guys throw can easily get hidden when, you know, in the chaos of the fight.
Alright, this is where the run starts to get a little cool, I guess. I don't know if you're playing softcore yet. We can do a little bit of death warping here. Yeah, death warping. Basically, I'm going to lead some monsters out of the room. I'm going to die. I'm going to go back through my town portal.
Don't forget to drop the money.
Oops. Okay.
The armor?
No, the armor I'm going to use.
Right, fair.
Okay, so we just need to pull Shank, or not Shank, sorry, Bartok. The rest of the dudes, they're sort of chained to Bartok, so they will follow Bartok. So I'm just going to pull as down as possible or to the right. Okay, that's pretty good. Take off the armor, throw in our inventory. I hope I made a town portal.
I think you did.
Sweet, okay. Alright, so one of the dudes broke the leash, so we'll just have to deal with him. Not a big deal.
So
Next two waves should be extremely easy.
a bit of a weird mechanic about those hydras on the floor. They actually deal significantly reduced damage to your player character, but your mercenary minions take full damage from them.
Help me!
Too bad they didn't drop a spear. I never thought about putting the armor into the inventory after you basically load them far enough away. That's pretty clever. So essentially you're just straight up abusing the fact that you only use your equipment and armor that you have equipped on the corpse, and also the money for that matter, at the time. But you can just, well, do this. It's really convenient.
This is yours. Come on.
And this is the final wave. This is the wave that just has a ridiculous amount of health and defense and resistances. You're not going to take those out anytime soon. And you don't have to loot them all the way out of the room, just basically past that line where the room goes into a square. Alrighty, and that means we have defeated all the Bale's minions.
Oh.
Here we go. This is it. Final stretch.
Good luck.
This fight comes down to RNG. We need... Okay, that's not that great. I need a sea of blessed RNGs in chat. We need Bale to punch our clay golem.
Money?
I got a little bit. Should be fine.
Okay.
But yeah, it just comes down to RNG. If he spawns stuff, he casts spells. It's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah. Once again, what you want him to do is you attack physically.
Yep. We can use Iron Maiden.
Unfortunately, Bale, I think, has less of a chance or probability to use physical attacks than Diablo earlier. But he would deal a tremendous amount of damage to himself thanks to Iron Maiden reflecting damage. Iron Maiden, by the way, is the curse that you see those little squiggly lines above his head. I'm not sure we mentioned that before.
Yep, that's correct. Usually you can get him into a rhythm where he just starts punching. I find usually it takes a while. Like he does a bunch of random stuff, then he's like, okay, I'm tired, I'm just gonna start punching you.
Nice. Also, those gigantic waves of frozen stuff, you are getting pushed back, or usually, by them. And sometimes he spawns a clone. The clone has the same amount of percentage health, although a less total health compared to Bale. And there's two ways of taking them out. Either you kill it, which that's a lot of resources invested into killing him, or you just, well, put it down.
That's fine. I can get rid of this. Okay.
Yeah, don't get rid of the helmet.
Helmet, he still does some fire damage.
Yes, actually the AoE is fire-based.
Yep.
You're a big meanie though.
Yeah, the clone is really annoying. I'm gonna see if I can ignore the clone.
Also, you see he has a lot of those yellow potions in his inventory. Those are thawing potions. They remove a frost effect when you are frozen. But more importantly, they actually also give you 50 ice resistance, or frost resistance at a time.
Such a pain. So you can despawn the clone if you just go really far away and leave. And if you just come back, he should be gone.
5 taunt portals, I think, or 6.
Yep, thank you. Okay. Should be fine. All right, 10 gold. Let's go. I don't think there's enough blessed RNG in chat. It's not working. Disappointed.
What?
Okay.
Oh boy. Sometimes he can go through an entire fight without summoning a single clone, and this can, I think the fight varies like 5 minutes, depending on how lucky or unlucky you get.
Yep.
This is well below average so far.
Yeah, the last half of the run has been unfortunate, but I mean it happens.
Yeah, that's kind of the nature of the beast. It is randomized after all.
Let's get some punches. There you go. Okay, come on, more.
Just a few more.
It's getting close.
Oh.
You can see there's a good chunk of health taken out of his health bar every time he punches the golem.
So time will be like as soon as Bale starts exploding.
Correct. Basically, as soon as it looks like he is dying, that is time.
You'll hear it at least.
Yep. Oh, I'll take that hit. Shucks. What a pain. Probably 3 more hits and we're good to go. Okay. Oops. Should be good. Alrighty. Jeez. What? Make up your mind. Coming up on time, maybe 2 more punches. That is
There we go.
Time.
Time. GG.
GG. Stay a while longer and save me.
Oh, you know what I just realized? We're doing the
Yeah.
the cows. I gotta go back and get the cube. I'm sorry. It won't take too long.
Oh, yeah, about that. I
Yeah.
didn't even think about that
Forgot
either.
about that.
That's a good point. You need the Horada cube in order to unlock the secret cow level. So, does anyone know the history of the secret cow level?
There is no cow level.
We can start with that. That's
So if anybody's wondering what's going on, like the timer just stopped. We hit a number of incentives. One being Slay the Cow King. So we'll be going through the secret cow portal. We're just going to be doing that now, and then save Decker King.
Indeed, so there's that secret cow level. It all started in Diablo 1, where there was, I believe, a cow that you could somewhat interact with, but it didn't really do anything. It didn't have much of a purpose at all, at least not originally. And there was just, like the internet usually is, there's a rumors going around where, hey, if you do these kind of ridiculous process of tasks, you will be able to enter a portal to the secret cow level. And the secret cow level kind of resonated pretty well with the developers of this game. And what that means is that, well, they eventually implemented a secret cow level into Diablo 2. Oh.
Well, this is funny.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It's fine. It's not a big deal. It's fine.
Yeah. I have faith in you. You can do this.
There's also the cheat in StarCraft, which is there is no cow level.
Indeed. Nice.
Okay, let's grab our cube. Okay.
I'm gonna cut him with a couple more donations. Is that cool?
Yeah, go ahead.
Definitely not Eris. Donates $6.66 and says, "Bark it away, Ruru." Jerf donates $10 and says, "To my wife on our upcoming anniversary, thank you for all these great years. I love you, babe." And to Ryu, I love you too. Finish strong, Ruru.
Thank you.
Yeah, I thought about that too just now.
Thank you.
So the maps actually get re-rolled if you enter a different difficulty briefly. Ryu entered a different difficulty just because it was quicker to warp back to the first town.
But in hindsight, it would have been better because of this.
Yeah, because you don't know where the Stonehenge rocks are now,
Correct.
which you need to activate. But those are just kind of all those things that you're just so used to because it's faster to do this in order to get here. But then you need to get a bit further sometimes.
Okay, so 2-1 circle gem water.
I just randomly click those things until they light up.
Yeah, I think everybody does, honestly.
Except you. You just memorize the thing on the fly.
Teo also does it. 2-1 circle gem water. Alrighty, so Deckard Cain, and then Wirt's Leg, and then cows. Cows will be interesting as a Necromancer. Unfortunately, we spec'd out a Corpse Explosion, which is just amazing, but here we go.
Deckard Cain, if you value your life, leave here immediately.
I think the Necro really does not like
Ah.
Deckard.
$50 from Nick Allen, who says, "Love Ryu and love a good cause. Ryu, you're still my favorite. Hope you're swell."
Hope you're well, hope you're swell, let's go to Taco! No, never mind, let's not.
Is that Fasicast, right?
Yep.
Wow, you could have had this all along.
Okay, here we go.
So this is the secret cow level. What do you got here?
the Cow King and cows.
Moo. Moo.
This is crazy.
Moo.
That's a lot of cows.
There's a lot of cows.
With
I will say
parties
corpse explosion.
and nexus.
Moo.
Are you saying moo or moo arms?
Moo. Moo earns. Moo.
Beef's on the menu, boys.
They're absolutely hilarious. Like, the SFX is so funny in this place. Moo. 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 Moo.
So the secret car level is basically a post-game area. You can only get here after you have completed the current difficulty. And how you get here is you combine the top part with Word's leg. I'm not sure what the story behind that is, but that's what you do.
Evan Schaffer word.
Oh, rune dropped. Wonder what it is. Cow King. He's in here somewhere.
You will see it if there's lightning.
There he is, the Cow King.
Moo. Oh.
Okay.
Moo, 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 moo.
I like when the cows sound like they're confused that they're cows.
Moo.
Moo? Moo. You're one step away from being an overlord at that point. Buh? Buh.
That's it. Cow King's dead.
Moo.
You know, you said meat is back on the table, but I feel like I would not want to eat that.
That's the run. Thank you all for having me, guys. It's been an honor. I'm sorry that we went overtime. I really wanted to run a Paladin, but I mean, I got beat. I was gonna force it. I really want to show you guys Paladin, but you know, it was a good time. Thank you all. Tech crew, thanks for putting up with me.
Well, I
Bob,
feel
thank
there
you. Happy
is
birthday.
only one way to end this, and that is happy birthday, right?
It's not my birthday!
Happy
birthday, Bob.
Happy birthday, Bob.
Happy
very
birthday,
much.
Bob, indeed.
Well, thank you everybody who donated during that run. There was a lot of you. You guys are fantastic. Meeting the incentives, everything else.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for being on the couch, keeping company. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
And until next time.
Okay.
Same time next year.
Well, I have been Bob the Ninja Goldfish. That is the end of my hosting shift here on Diablo 2 Lords of Destruction. And what a shift it was. Thanks so much for all of your donations and all of your support and all of your birthday wishes. We're going to throw to a Twitch ad, and when I come back, I'll be handing the microphone over to Andy Perfect himself for Paper Mario.